The thing that I don't understand about this whole submarine thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the clip where they were showing the inside of it and how it operates.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's literally controlled by a PlayStation controller.
Logitech.
Even worse.
I don't know if I'm getting inside of a metal tube
To play Atari?
to play 2K.
Yeah, he's not that old.
Like that's the only, like, I didn't know anything about this when it first broke. You know, you heard about it. The Titanic has obviously been an attraction for years for people to try to see the crash site and make it down there so they can just explore and take pictures and things like that. So when this happened, when the submarine went missing, obviously it was all over our timelines and our phones. We couldn't get away from this story.
What do you think they were trying to distract us from? What's actually happening right now that we're not aware
I'm
of?
not gonna hold you. I feel like something like that's happening.
Something's happening right now.
Something's happening that we're over
Definitely
here.
New World Order.
Aliens.
I mean, the whole story of the Titanic, how some of the richest men, the richest man in the world at the time was on there and he died. But JP Morgan and all these other guys that were wealthy as well, they got off the ship right before it docked and left.
It was like how
So it was like the whole conspiracy of, like, you know, because he was the one that wanted to create like a central banking system. And JP Morgan and all those other guys, they didn't. And then like a year after the crash of the Titanic, they met on an island and basically formed what is now known as our banking system.
Yeah, the Federal Reserve. I saw that online too. The guy made a compelling history argument, but we don't know that guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
But
that
I
shit
mean,
went viral and everyone started talking about the history of the Federal Reserve, you know, on Twitter.
Yeah.
If something medical happens, everyone becomes a doctor.
Right.
Everyone became a world-class banker. And I was like, I mean, he's just a guy on TikTok.
No, but
we know that JP Morgan got off the Titanic as it was undocking.
I mean, we know he
Forgot
didn't
his
die on
keys.
the Titanic.
There was also a theory that all Jewish people got a call the day before 9/11 and didn't go into the World Trade Center.
I believe it.
That's on TikTok as well.
Yeah. I mean, well, TikTok is where, you know, the truth is.
Yeah, that's where they taught me about dinosaurs.
But this whole submarine
bitter.
this whole submarine thing, first of all, it's been reported that the 96 hours of oxygen that were remaining inside of the I don't even know if you want to call it can't call it a submarine. It's submersive. I don't
Ocean Gate,
Ocean Gate.
which
The
is an
Ocean Gate
ironic
Titan.
name.
So the 96 hours of oxygen that was remaining on it has officially ran out. So you know, now they're saying there's absolutely no way that if they were still alive before the oxygen ran out, that there's no oxygen left inside of the Titan. So,
And while we're recording this, there was reports that debris was found by the Titanic wreck where it's at. They're not sure if that's the actual, I guess, rubble of this submarine, but that would suggest that it did explode from the pressure and everyone died instantly.
They just wanted the full experience.
Yes, they went down to the Titanic and became it. But
because of global warming, there was no iceberg for them to hit.
this
So,
is the thing that no one is really
You have them
bringing up.
lined up, huh?
You know Julian was writing
Yeah,
all
he
night in
has
his
them
notes.
lined the fuck up. Holy shit.
I'm trying to stay away from it because I feel like all the great jokes already happened on Twitter
Come
for the past
on.
5 days.
I'm just not getting in something that's controlled by a PlayStation controller. That's just
I
me.
can see it happening.
It's just that simple for me. Like,
birds.
I mean, on Delta, it's just a joystick.
no, it's not.
There's a whole control board. But for the sake of information, the only way out of this thing, which was made by hand by this random engineer, is 17 bolts that were screwed. So the only seal comes from the outside. So once you're in, you're in. The only way out is if people from the outside
Have to open it.
undo the screws.
Horrible
There's
idea.
one functioning
Happened in
button.
Pearl Harbor,
There's one functioning button on the inside of this thing.
which is the X button.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
And
L1.
Yeah.
You have to do the Grand Theft Auto weapons
Cheat
code to
code,
get
yeah.
out.
No, the same way you power step into a dunk on 2K. L1 square. That's how you.
You have to Euro step out of the
that's
Ocean
how,
Gate.
that's how you descend to the bottom of the ocean. L1 square, and it takes you down to the Titanic.
the Titanic wreckage sits at 12,500 feet below sea level.
Damn.
Well, 12,500, whatever, below sea level. So this, even if there were people that were there, that's a 2.5 hour dive to get to them. And then obviously they would need 2.5 hours to then rise.
Yeah.
It was doomed from the start. They said they lost communication like 2 hours into the excursion.
Well, this is the only functioning. It's not a submarine, whatever they call it.
Beats pill.
That right.
That's
That
what
people
Demaris said.
can
That was
go
really good.
inside. So it's not like they had another one waiting where someone could just dive down and go find them. It's the only one.
Not trying to make jokes here because people have seemingly lost their lives, but this does look like an AirPod.
And those are so easy.
One of the 8
And those are
pairs
so
I've lost.
easy.
It does look like
yeah,
an AirPod.
you can't keep an AirPod to say. The only thing you lose more than the AirPod is chapstick.
That's true.
It's the only thing you lose. And this
Also kinda
and
looks
this,
like
and
that.
this looks like both of them.
Kinda
The
looks like
chapstick when you take off the wrapper.
Absolutely.
All right. No one has also brought up like there's just one little ass window that you can't really see.
Yeah, like what
Out
were
of-
you gonna see down there?
No, they have a monitor, so like
Wow.
we're getting the same view they would have gotten.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you going in there for?
Yeah, that's
You
why I
right
don't
there.
understand. I'm not the biggest conspiracy
they're
guy in the world.
Man, I
but
am. They
there
was never on that shit.
there is
Are you
something. There's something just not all the way right with this whole story.
The only reason why I believe is true is because the guy that made this stupid fucking thing was on it. Like he didn't gather up these wealthy
Was
people
he?
and send them to go.
Was
he
he
also
though?
died. Like he died with the ship.
Suge Knight was also in the car.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
Two things can be true.
I didn't think we'd go there.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know.
Listen,
Two
Suge Knight
things-
put himself in the line of fire as well.
Listen, two things can be true. I mean, there's just so much surrounding this. But you know, the bottom line is if everybody was on board and this Ocean Gate has ran out of air or imploded because of the pressure, then lives are lost. So, you know, we don't want to be insensitive to that fact.
Mm.
These are still humans and they have families. So if they aren't alive, rest in peace.
not
They're not alive.
They're not alive.
I mean, listen, we don't know until
We don't have to be insensitive to their stupid decision to do this, though.
No, the decision to get inside something like this and travel that far down to the bottom of the ocean is absolutely insane.
Dumb as shit.
I'm just not, you know, I get it. You want to, you know, witness history and see something as historic.
See, it's a
as-
little window next to the
Right.
toilet.
Like I could have just
And
stayed,
it's murky
like,
water.
you could have
Yeah.
just live streamed the link. Like
We would get the same
live-streamed.
view as them.
Yeah.
I understand like the scientists, I guess, kind of going down there, but like the pedestrians, what's the tour for?
I could understand if you were
Flex.
going down there and it was a, you know, a bigger thing where you can actually see out of it.
For the gram? They did it for the gram?
I don't know I just don't understand how in 2023 people would take a chance like this. It just makes no sense to me.
I don't know if it was the CEO, someone that's involved with Ocean Gate, which I think was in the tube.
Ocean Gate, Watergate, could there be
That's
something?
what I was saying. It's a very weird name.
Okay.
I mean, this is
Right.
everything's Nixon's fault.
Yeah.
Get down there.
At this point.
Okay.
This is just Reaganomics, but
Reagan.
in the water. I guess the only way to get funding to like do research about currents and like the depth of the ocean is if you involve the Titanic, because people are obsessed with it. So they have to go down there to look at the Titanic, but while they're doing that, they're researching the ocean
Mm-hmm.
because no one else will fund shit like that. Because like, you know, who cares? But I guess they can study currents and shit there.
You think they had
That,
like
that was the purpose of this. And then the billionaire people were investors, and it's like, well, I guess I'll go for the ride along.
you think they had a gauge of like the oxygen tank? So like
Oh.
kind of saw it going down bit by bit.
I mean, listen, that guy cut corners on fucking everything. So I'm sure he's like,
Oof.
when you get short of breath, something's wrong.
You feel,
Yeah.
yeah, that's more of a feeling. Like you don't need to look at the wall to know that you can.
That I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it exploded. I don't
That's
think they
just
got to
that's
that
just
point.
such a horrible way to die.
Yeah.
Like just suffocating or drowning.
There's
like
no
that.
way they even got that far.
And why would you want to be the first to go do something like this? Like, why would you want to be in this first?
Well,
Like,
no,
prototype, I
they
guess?
had done a
Beats
couple different dives. I don't think they'd ever done it with like pedestrians.
Yeah. That's kind of.
I think just scientists had been down there before. This isn't the first one. I think they tried last year, but the weather's been shitty.
Is the word pedestrians to use there?
They're civilians.
Civilians.
They're not really gang. They're just, you know.
Because like, isn't
just
pedestrians just people walking?
Yeah.
Like,
They were
I'm
doing
just like,
everything.
wait,
They were doing
why
everything.
does Rory
but
keep
that.
calling them
Yeah.
pedestrians?
They
I
weren't
didn't know.
walking at all.
Wait, hold
I
on.
didn't
So
know
if
if that was like a new
I'm
religious
walking
group
on
or something.
if I'm walking down the
That's
street
happening.
and I stop walking, I'm no longer a pedestrian.
Not really. Where
You're
you-
an equestrian at that point.
So I would just.
You're a stallion.
You're not petting nowhere.
Rory, look-
We really let Drake get that sick ass line off.
That he's a stallion?
No, with the I love thick women because my aunt she rode equestrian.
He likes fat asses because his
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 aunt,
aunt rode horses.
Yeah.
Well, at
Fuck
least
it.
she didn't go on this stupid fucking pill.
All right.
This thing looks like the ship Buzz Lightyear had in Toy Story.
Like just
This
go-
looks like a bunch of I saw somebody online saying, what if all those whales that were swimming together thought that was a perk?
It's playing a perk. I'm sorry.
Listen, man, I'm just telling you what
Those
the internet
30
said.
orcas.
Yeah, they
probably
said, what if
were
one
like,
of the
"Let's get
orcas
faded."
thought that was a perk and just swallowed it? Like, listen, man, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just here. I'm just in the simulation like y'all are, man. Every day I wake up, we just another episode in the simulation.
They was playing taps like that shit.
How much money was not only on that boat, but also the money it took? You know, people didn't eat this morning
Right.
in the world.
That's why I
Like,
laugh.
this is fucking crazy. And I did see people defending, like, it's so rude that because they're billionaires, you guys don't care. It's just like,
I don't.
well, they could have been poor and I probably wouldn't have really cared.
Yeah, it's not about
I'll be honest, but
Yeah.
it's just weird where they're putting, I just don't care. That's a
They should
bad
send,
trait I
like
have.
homeless people to do that shit.
It's not that I don't care. It's no matter how much money
Why not?
the people had on board, how much they were worth. That doesn't matter. I really don't care because this is just not my world. Like, I'm not a diver. I'm not in this.
You're more of a
Nah,
land
you be
guy.
diving.
Like, if I was a diver and I took those same risks, like diving to like study the ocean and things, like I would probably be more affected because it's like, damn, that could have been me. That would never be me.
Heavy on the never.
I'm never getting into some
That's
shit
don't
like
wanna go
that.
see the
been
Titanic?
5 people.
Never. I'm never going to do that.
I mean,
would
but
do
you,
some shit like this.
you have to think about like the arrogance of one of the billionaires though. Like he just went to space with Bezos. He probably got himself off the fly list for Epstein Island. Like this guy has been batting 1,000 in discovering the world.
Mhm.
So I mean, going to see Titanic, he probably just thought that was a regular Wednesday at that point. Like he probably didn't think twice about it. He's like, I just went to fucking space with the guy that made Amazon.
Either way, I'm sure in the coming days, debris or something will be found from this.
They found some.
Oh, they did find some already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if they found some,
They just don't know if, because there's debris, I guess, just like in the ocean.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, you know, pollution.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
kill the whales.
I guess we'll just wait and see until when it's confirmed.
Well,
But
okay.
it's pretty much confirmed if there's no more oxygen on board.
They already shot a documentary. Comes out today.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like that was another thing that was like, that's weird.
Is
How do
it
they
weird,
have
That's podcast.
a
turnaround
documentary about that particular like trip or just the Ocean Gate period?
Everything is just content now.
I think
that's
they know how
dude.
it's going to end, so they could comfortably shoot all this shit about this Ocean Gate thing, and then the ending is already written, so they could just write in, and they all died.
Nothing surprised me after the George Floyd incident when I went to go watch the video that day and a Crest ad started before. Somebody was just murdered by the police and it started with Crest.
Brush your teeth.
Everything is for sale. So yeah, it didn't shock me at all. For selfish purposes though, I hope it didn't just explode because that would be a great fucking Netflix series, like scripted in the tube.
Didn't
7
somebody
episodes?
just didn't
In
somebody
the
just
tube.
fake their death and show up at their funeral?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if this is one of those things?
No, I doubt it.
That's what I said. I
That'd be
feel like they're in
hard.
Cuba. They're running.
Like, what if they like
Still haven't found the CEO of Google. Never mind.
They're all dead.
I'm just saying, like, what if there's another angle here? What if they like,
Where's Larry Page?
yeah, where's Larry Page?
I thought we did find him.
Nope.
On the submarine.
No? Oh, shit.
No, Larry Page is still not. We don't know
Damn.
where he is.
Could be behind that door.
They're writing like articles about him because he suddenly became like the richest man in the world or something like that. Like while he's been missing.
I wonder why. No taxes to a
How
dead
would you
man.
guys feel? How would you guys
But
feel?
I can see them faking their death. I know that's insensitive because they like families and shit. But if anyone could fake their death, it would be these people with this money and this idea.
I just think it just, one day they just show up in the next couple weeks.
Like Castaway type shit?
Yeah, vessel's still intact. And like, we kind of drifted away with, the controls broke. We never even went all the way down. Like I could just see some just wild spin where it's like, we thought these people were dead. And meanwhile, they're just floating on top of the ocean somewhere far out that.
Is
They're not
Logitech
even
losing
looking
mad
for it.
money from this right now?
They should. Their name is on it.
Damn. That sucks.
This is like when Peloton lost all that money when Mr. Big and Sex and the City had a heart attack
Yeah.
on the Peloton.
That commercial they did afterwards was brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to clean it up. Like they lost so much fucking money.
Dog. CeeLo Green had a phone blow up on his face and Samsung didn't lose $1.
Damn. That was
Now, what text messages are still green in my phone? I'm like, people are still buying these? He fell out of his chair.
That is nuts. That's pretty much
It
what
still has a great
happened.
ear.
Oh shit! I don't even think welcome to a new episode of the New Rory and Mal podcast. I'm Mal.
He was in key on the Killer Mike album the whole time. Like, this guy doesn't even have a right ear.
I don't know, man. Every day I wake up and it's just another episode in the simulation. That's all I can tell you, man.
Did you guys see the stepson went to a Blink-182 concert while the ship was missing? How do you guys feel about that?
I don't feel about it.
I'm not giving up.
Okay, but he was getting
Tickets?
killed online.
I saw Cardi had addressed that. I saw people talking about it. The fact that his stepfather was one of the passengers inside the Titan is what they call it, right?
I guess it's the age-old question: is blood
Ocean Gate
thicker
Titan?
than water?
How long you been? Be honest.
Just be honest.
It just came
That
off
was
the top of my head. I actually wish I could have delivered it better.
Okay,
I wish I was sitting on that one.
Okay, got
Hey,
you.
yo.
Hey yo.
No edit. Let's do it again. I guess the question now is blood thicker than water?
That's how they start the Netflix doc.
I was literally just about to say that's what.
With All the Small Things by Blink-182?
Yeah.
Comes in for the intro.
Oh, referring to the debris.
Yeah. What's my age again?
All right.
But this goes back to a conversation we had earlier this week about stepdad.
It all goes back to the Kardashians.
Yeah, it
Everything.
Like, what if
Literally
his
everything.
stepfather is a piece of shit?
Yeah. What if they have no relationship at all?
Yeah, like I can't be at a concert even though that's my stepdad. Like, what if I don't? I'm a grown man.
Well, then he lucked up because he just gets access to that trust.
Does he?
I mean,
He
I would
probably took the
assume
batteries
money's
out
in
that
his
fucking
name.
remote.
Damn.
Took the batteries out.
Using a wireless remote underwater.
Why can't he go see Blink-182? Like, what? You want him to start swimming?
That's what Cardi said.
No.
Do you want him to start swimming? That's
What
funny.
would you like him to do as a stepson?
Nah, it's just
Going
Well,
to
according to Carter, she wanted him to be home crying in grief,
empathetic.
Comforting his mom.
comforting
Yeah.
his mom. But it's like, think about it. The mom probably has some money to gain from this if he is dead.
What if his real dad took him to a Blink-182 show?
Yeah, like
Like,
Damn.
what?
it's his stepson, not his. That's not his real dad.
That don't mean
that's like,
that. It doesn't mean that they have a real relationship like that.
Not even if it's a real relationship. It's just kind of like
What?
we don't know because you could have a shitty relationship with your real dad.
True.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like stepdad. It's like, but this is not some little kid. He's looked like he's probably in his 30s, right? Mid 30s, maybe.
I mean, yeah.
He's a Blink 182 fan. He has to be at least in his 30s.
Or he could just have TikTok.
That's true.
Now I think about it, the ship did kind of look like that Blink-182 cover.
Oh.
Enema of the State, the thing she's holding.
Mal, how
Conspiracy
do you
continues.
describe the stepson in one word?
I can't say it.
Carefully.
I can't say the word.
Carefully.
Such a great word.
Carefully.
It's just such a great word. Okay, can I say fairy?
No.
Yes.
Can he?
What?
That's a fairy haircut. Like when you take your hand like this and you kind of like push it through.
It's like a reverse Bieber cut.
Yeah. That's
Just
a
the
fairy.
Justin Bieber wig backwards or to the side.
Looks like an upside down Karen cut.
He also looks like someone that just got a lot of money.
Yeah, that smile. That smile. That's when the wire hit.
That's when the wire hit.
Yeah, that's when the wire hit.
He's
You
about to
like,
buy Blink-182.
yeah, like
Wait. He did more?
Oh yeah, he was flirting with OnlyFans models and stuff.
Wait,
you know-
everyone grieves in different ways.
Yo, that
guys.
trust hit.
yeah, no, that money went
That
through.
money cleared.
If he flirting with OnlyFans girls already,
Stop, y'all.
he know he got it to blow right now.
All right. Obviously, all of us have grieved here
Read the
before.
tweet.
How quickly did you guys have sex after?
9/11, I was 8.
After 9/11? Why is that?
I'm sorry, but we've all.
Why did you go to?
Why did you go to
9/11?
9/11, bro?
Where did 9/11 land? There?
Yeah,
After what?
what's wrong with you?
Have you lost a family member before?
Yeah, but not like I was really young, pre-sex days.
You haven't lost a family member since before you had sex?
Guys, life is fucking awesome.
Right.
Oh, I think about
Fucking
death all the
boulevard of
time.
green lights over here.
Yeah.
Tragic. Yeah, it's all looming. I hate it.
Oh wow, that's like a
I
real.
lost
like,
my grandfather, the last like important figure in my immediate family, when I was 11.
Oh, that's dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
No close friends. No. Oh well, you lost one of
I've
your
lost
friends. You have a
close
tattoo.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
it's
counts.
different.
Well, that's how you grieved. You got a Kanye tattoo.
And I probably had sex after.
I will
of course
say-
you did.
The day after my cousin passed, when I was 15, I did finger a girl the next day. It did make me feel really weird.
Like
One, because I thought like maybe, because at that point I was still Catholic. I was like, I wonder if she like saw that. Like my cousin
Reason. Sorry.
White people.
with the Lord. We left space for Jesus Christ.
So foursome? Sorry.
I don't know how long after I had sex. Like after like a tragic loss. Like it was a while though.
It was
Why?
like a couple weeks.
I mean, if it's somebody you were really, really close to and you had like a real, like, you know, loving and important relationship with them, like that shit takes, I just don't see how you get horny like after that,
I
like right
went
away.
Ugh.
to a funeral of a girl I was dating, family member, and we had sex after the funeral.
Oh yeah.
During the funeral?
No, after. the
After.
funeral.
Oh.
He told us that. I remember.
Yeah,
Like right after the funeral?
Yes. You remember he said?
We all
Oh,
grieve.
yeah, I
we
remember
all
that.
grieve differently.
That's the day we found out
The
that you were a
tears-
serial killer.
Yes, the tears act as lubricant.
Lube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I had sex after my best friend died, but I feel like
Like right after?
no. When I
Oh.
found out she died, I had sex probably like
Oh, but this is like wedding crashers. Remember, he was crashing funerals because he was like, yo, people that are grieving are so horny.
Yeah, you got to get your mind off something.
Yeah, like
And
Will
if
Ferrell, he gave us
Blink-182
this,
wasn't
he
in
gave
town.
us this blueprint years ago. You know, Will Ferrell told us that people at funerals are horny. And that's why in Wedding Crashers, American classic, he introduced us to crashing funerals because women, they are horny. They need to be consoled, you know, and they need somebody to make them feel good.
Who snitched on the stepson with the OnlyFans thing? Because if she did, that's very short.
No,
he did it
tweeted
himself.
Tweeted.
That's on Twitter.
she said, "Can I sit on you?" He said, "Yes, please."
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
he's
ill.
a big
I fuck with
Blink-182
Brian.
fan. Look at his.
All right, now they have to start investigating the son with this whole thing.
Wow, that's a funny.
It's
It's like what were
the handle.
the brothers that killed their parents?
The Menendez brothers?
Yeah, this is definitely some Menendez brothers.
It's like, bro, you out here horny
Instead
at
of-
Blink 182 concert. It's like, all right, fam. Like, why you just this is not affecting you at all at this point.
Also, not the kind of person I thought he'd be interested in, or gender.
What did you think he was going to be into?
He probably hates his stepdad, guys. Let's just be fucking honest. He probably does not care that nigga is.
Oh no, 100%. 100%. No, he doesn't care.
And two things could be true though. He could like whores, Blink-182, and be grieving his stepfather.
And then,
Look how the world works. 3 days ago, we didn't know who this dude was.
yeah,
It's weird.
It's like we didn't know who this Brian guy was.
He probably purchased those tickets a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
He, I'm sure, is a hard worker. Probably took the day off from work
Mm-hmm.
because
You got to be a hard worker if your stepdad is a billionaire. Got to be working
probably had
hard.
the house to himself because his dad was out on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He was out yachting.
Yeah.
So
Yachting.
blow some steam off it.
Oh,
Travis Barker show.
And answer OnlyFans models when they ask, "Can I sit on you?" Like they're talking to you.
that's sick.
Yeah, that's the sick
That's
part.
sick.
He thought that was to him directly. Yes,
Listen,
please.
with the newfound fame, she's going to see that comment and know that,
Wait,
he may have came into some money.
He responded to Cardi B and said, "Cardi B trying to get clout off me and my family's suffering."
Yep.
Who the fuck is this?
I'm just listening, man. That's Big Brian. You ain't know?
Big Brian.
Yeah.
Big B's.
That's the big B's right there.
So do we think that Cardi B, in fact, got clout? I do think Cardi B is wrong, though. Like, don't tell someone how to grieve.
I agree.
Like, that's odd. He really could actually be fucked up and needed to get out of the house and
Or-
needed distraction.
Or you don't know their relationship.
True.
Like you don't know their relationship. What if his stepfather beats his mom or molested him? Like you just don't know
Right.
people's dynamics between each other. Just because that's my stepfather doesn't mean because something tragic allegedly has happened to him that I should be in the house, grieving and crying and not knowing, not doing nothing with myself. Like I don't have a relationship with him. I
And-
haven't spoken to him in 5-10 years, maybe.
And as someone that is, I'm sure, still grieving.
Mhm.
Cardi B, I'm sure, is still grieving a friend that died last year. So she should understand that can be sensitive and you shouldn't tell people how to grieve.
Never
all.
tell people how to grieve. Never question how people grieve because you just don't know what people go through in their own personal time, alone time. So yeah, Cardi B was she was wrong for calling this dude out for sure.
It's also just so funny how topics that have nothing to do with two people can restart an argument
Can bring people together.
that has nothing to do with what's going on. There's people trapped in a tube in the ocean, and somehow Cardi B and Tasha K still figure out a way to make it about the two of them arguing.
Well, that's when you know it's real beef.
You're arguing about the argument of the comment about a subject that has nothing to do with either of you.
That's when you know the beef is real. That's when you know two people just don't like each other. They find a way when they're not even being mentioned to just end up as the conversation piece.
Well, this went back and forth, and Demaris, you can give us the play-by-play on the comment of the comment about the comment that commented on the comment.
Well, Tasha K, so some news outlet posted about Cardi B's response to basically talking about the guy in the Blink-182 concert, blah, blah, blah. So Tasha K commented and said, wasn't she posting guns right after Takeoff died and on the internet cutting up not long after his sudden takeoff? I'm just asking, everyone grieves differently.
Sudden take. Oh, that's fucked up.
Well, before anything about Tasha K, I would just shut the fuck up because anytime you talk, Cardi wins in court.
Word.
You're $4 million in debt. I would just shut the fuck up
And you're disrespecting Takeoff just to get digs in.
Wait, she said she posted that? Wasn't she posting guns right after Takeoff died and on the internet cutting up not long after his sudden takeoff?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I'm just asking. Everyone grieves differently. Trying to be funny. Under whatever news outlet reported Cardi B's.
What?
Yeah.
And then a few days ago, I saw that Tasha K was apologizing to the Barty gang and then went on this rant that Atlantic Records has zero money and doesn't want to give Cardi any money. That's why she hasn't put a project out. She still isn't recouped from the last one.
Atlantic Records has no money?
Saying Cardi hasn't recouped from the last album is hilarious.
I texted it to you. You want to pull it up? She posted a few days ago, Atlantic is broke and won't help pay for her second album. Atlantic is broke?
I highly doubt that Atlantic Records is broke.
With a parent company of Warner?
Atlantic Records is not broke.
She also suggested in this post that Cardi is not recouped from her last album where every single song is platinum. Did a tour with Bruno Mars, which I'm sure Atlantic ate off of. I just feel like Cardi B.
I feel like Atlantic might have some change laying around. I feel like they got a little something.
Cardi's in the
Just a
green.
little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a safe bet.
#1 singles with Bruno Mars, who's also on Warner. I just feel like
Yeah.
Well, you just know this is what this is. She just obviously doesn't like Cardi. And Cardi is at this point, they won her case against her.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi's saying that she knows about the money she's hiding in Africa and she's going after it. And I believe Cardi. I believe she is going to make it a point to go after
Cardi's
any
that
money that girl has. I believe she's going to absolutely go after any money she has.
Atlantic refuses to give her any money to produce a second album because they took such a loss on her first album. Isn't she getting sued by Cardi B for just lying?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like the Fox News of whatever the fuck she does.
Is she paying attention in the courtroom? Just stop with this behavior.
Listen, I mean, maybe what if Cardi had something in her heart to be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this girl alone.
Nah.
Like, what if she had a little bit of it? Like, you know what? Let me just leave her alone.
Nah.
Just keep my name out your mouth. If she did, that is completely over with at this point.
Well, she's $4 million in debt trying to pay Cardi back. That's like the second pettiest court case. The first one would be 50 and Tierra Marie.
Yeah, 50 he's pretty petty.
He wants his 30K.
But 50
He commented under one of her IG posts, "Bitch, where's my $500?"
50 just be having fun with social media, man. But I think that's what you're supposed to do. When you're somebody like 50, you're not supposed to you're supposed to have fun messing with people. You know, people know that 50 don't really care about that 30K, but he's going to make it a big deal.
Cardi B probably doesn't need the little bit of money that Tasha K could even come up with, but I feel her. You lied on me for years.
Yeah.
Like absolute
It's the
lied.
principle.
Fuck you.
That's what it is. And now you're posting more lies about me, not only about me, but about Atlantic Records, saying that Atlantic doesn't have any money.
I mean, if you're already in the red, you might as well just
Go all the way, step on the gas.
Just commit, yeah.
Run through the fucking wall.
As deep in the ocean as you can.
Was Cardi at this Louis Vuitton menswear spring summer line?
Well,
presented by Pharrell?
Pharrell had his first spring summer Louis Vuitton fashion show as the head creative director for the men's Louis Vuitton. And everybody that's anybody was there. Rihanna, Rocky, Meg, Kelly Rowland, Jay, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Naomi Campbell, Quavo, Tyler the Creator. Everybody was there.
We were not there.
We were not there.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody knew that, but we weren't there. But first of all, the clothes look great. Some of the pieces look dope. It was some jackets I saw that I said, okay, I see what Pharrell is doing. I see where he's trying to, take the whole LV brand now. But none of that was the topic of discussion. Clothes wasn't the topic. Who was there wasn't the topic. It was the fact that, Pusha and Malice were walking down the runway to what seemed to be Pusha's response to the whole Jim Jones, Pusha T fiasco, if you want to call it that.
It was funny to watch two ex-drug dealers try to walk like models. They should have just walked like themselves.
Yeah. They was walking kind of like too fast. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't never walked that fast a day in y'all life. Like, Pusha know he never walked like that fast in his life before.
Like two brothers that got in trouble.
But so the song came out. Well, the song, we heard it online, the verse or the song, whatever you want to call it.
It's a full song.
Full song. And the internet kind of went crazy when we first heard it.
put some respect on Push's name for probably the past 2 fashion shows that have been the biggest of
Fear of God, and now this one.
this year. That's kind of crazy
Right.
for Push not to be like the fashion rapper, I guess you would say, or like someone that is so engulfed in that world. That is nuts that he has been kind of the focal rapper for this Louis Vuitton shit and the Fear of God thing.
Well, that speaks to, I think, one, his relationship with people.
Yeah.
2, Push's his music is it's
like luxury rap.
it's luxury. It's an acquired type of rap. It's hip hop. The beat that this joint was on was crazy.
I mean, it speaks also, I think, to his team, because Push himself has admitted that he's not going to change his content, but his content has a ceiling. He can only be so big because he just talks about selling coke.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's been able to be in these rooms as the music, shout out to Stephen Victor.
Should we read the lines here?
Because you're not going to hear TM 101 at the next Gucci show in Paris.
You might. Depending on me, this could become a thing.
So you think Gucci is going to hide the yams in their auntie's house?
I mean, I just think that this is a clear indication. Number one, the fact that Pharrell is the head creative director there now. It speaks to just the influence of hip hop.
Okay.
Now we're in these rooms behind these walls of fashion, creating pieces for them, creating art for fashion now. So I'm not. It's not too far away to think that maybe one day a Gucci show might have a Jeezy record playing as the models walk out. It's not far fetched now.
If they make Meech the creative director, I think he has a better shot. But
Well, well, not make Meech the creative director, but like, what if somebody like Puff becomes the creative director at Gucci? You know what I mean? Like, I can
he's
see.
only going to do stuff that the publishing he owns.
Well, touche.
Which
But,
is a lot, though.
No,
Lot to pick from.
Exactly. But so some of the we heard the lyrics, we heard the shots at Jim.
I
and
think
this
it's a great day for older rappers that talk about selling coke.
So these are the bars that Pusha directed towards Capo. He says, "You think there'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We're all in a room, but here's the elephant. You're chasing a feature out of your element." Now, when the whole Jim Jones thing happened, where Jim was, throwing shots at Pusha, saying, he wasn't really a drug dealer, this, that, and the third, everybody was like, damn, like, where did this energy for Pusha come from? Where did this, disdain or hate come from? And everybody kind of was like, Jim is trying to get that Drake feature.
He was coming off the Apollo performance with Drake.
It was a high.
The boy was still in town.
Yeah, it was feeling like it was a relationship there. It was like, this is my guy. I got him in Harlem, and we was at the Apollo together, and he was wearing, Cam's pink fur and wearing a Dipset chain. So, Jim was feeling like, yo, we got Drake. Like, he's Dipset now.
There was owls in Barrio.
Absolutely. So we all felt like, damn, like he's riding hard for Drake right now. And then people started saying, well, he get a Drake feature, he get a Drake verse. That does a lot for his career.
I suppose. I don't think it was worth
Obviously,
going
we weren't the only ones thinking that, because Pusha addressed that and said, you chasing a feature that's out of your element.
He also made some remarks about houses being repossessed. There was that story that we don't know if it's true or not, that may have happened to Jimmy.
Well, that was the episode on Love and Hip Hop, I believe.
Okay, and there was also reality TV show jokes in there. So it seemed very much directed at
reality TV
Jimmy.
is mud wrestling.
It's a good
We
point,
know. I mean, listen, man. This was this is the epitome of hip hop. If you're gonna get into a battle or a back and forth,
rap.
But not only rap, it's the way he rapped. It's the way he constructed these bars. It's the way he constructed these metaphors. And, obviously we knew who he was talking about, but it was just the way he went about it. He didn't get directly, yo, fuck you, this, that. Sometimes it goes that way. But the way he went about it was very like, I've been studying you. I've been watching you. I've been watching the moves that you make for a while. And this is what not only myself, but others that are in the rooms I'm in think about you.
This is what Push does really well with diss records. He leaves certain things general and open for the response, but lets them know, I know something and I'm going to continue if you continue, i.e. when he said surgical summer, snip, 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 snip.
Mm-hmm.
People were suggesting that Drake had gotten lipo and had gotten fake abs, and I think that was the direction that Push was going to go. He also made note in this record to Jimmy that he knows something that will crumble his entire world.
I know where you're delicate. I
Yes.
think that was the bar he said.
So we don't know what that could be. Typically, that has to do with the women in our lives is usually number one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Jimmy may know what he was talking about.
He knows exactly what he was talking about.
I just don't think I don't think it behooved Jimmy to duck this. Like, it'd be better if he replies this week.
He can't duck this.
So
He started this.
I saw Mano was saying that it was too general, it wasn't direct. I'm like, that was direct.
That was direct.
It was direct, but it was a new way of being direct.
Mm.
It was like, you know who I'm talking to. Do you know who these bars are constructed for? And Jim absolutely has, and I believe Jim already has something recorded.
Mm. There was rumors that Push did have a Jim Jones Kool-Aid bar in there, but because I rapped it first on the pod, he had to take it out for fear of ghostwriting rumors. But that was just, they were just talking about that at the show.
He was one of the artists that was complimenting your bars, so he's listening. He sees your work too.
That was all the talk at the show.
Yeah, no, at this show, right?
It was like, where's the cult leader line?
Yeah. I just can't wait to hear Jim's response.
I just think it's great for hip hop and that era of hip hop that a show like this with everyone there still has the underlying theme of rap beef.
I think
with Jim Jones and Pusha T in 2023, I think it's beautiful.
I think that the fact that Bernard Arnault, is that how you say his last name?
Don't ask me.
Well, the owner of LVMH, Bernard Arnault.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I butchered that. I just love the fact that he was sitting front row next to Jay while that record was playing, and I believe he turned to somebody that was sitting next to him and was like, "He's killing this nigga." Yo, Bernard turned to somebody next to him when that record was playing. He said something. And I'm just saying, I think that I can read lips pretty good, and I believe he said, "Yo, he's smoking Jim right now."
Mm. And what's funny is like Jay, even in the rooms that he's in, is still a hip hop nerd at heart.
Oh,
so
no,
he
Jay
was there for that and was probably not expecting that song to play and was like,
No, Jay was writing.
shit.
He wrote a whole verse to that beat already.
Who you guys got winning the beef?
I mean, Jim makes good songs. Jim makes good records. He makes records that people like, that people will play. But Push is just a different level of rap, though.
Yeah,
it's a different level of rap. He already battled, Drake, and people feel like Pusha won that. So I mean,
you don't think he won? You said people feel like you don't think he won that.
I mean,
I think he won.
he won.
He won.
I just in what
Duppy
way?
Freestyle is very underrated.
In
He
what
smoked
way,
Push
though?
and Kanye, but Push won.
Like,
look,
to me, when you say somebody want to battle, I need to see that the person's career kind of took a dip. Like,
No,
the
battle.
Yeah, but when you lose a battle, like not like battle rap, like because you can get another battle, and I'm just talking about like in hip hop with artists that make records and albums. If you rappers go at each other, and you say, "Oh, he won" or "he lost," usually if you lost, you see some type of a dip or some type of a where the people kind of like, "Yo, he got killed."
I mean, it fucked up the whole CLB rollout and album. Like it threw a wrench in Drake's whole operation.
When
Drake
you
is still Drake.
When you rap at somebody, they reply.
It
Scorpion.
didn't fuck. He sold out New York
He
City for
fucking
2
scrapped the
weeks.
first album and had to put out a double disc because he had to respond to shit.
He didn't reply and then went in a barber chair to talk about it with LeBron. That's a loss.
Yeah, that was.
That's a loss.
No, he replied, but it wasn't after it was the second record. I forgot how it went, but the whole Jay Prince thing, Jay Prince got involved because everybody felt like it was going to go a whole nother way. It was going to get too personal, things like that. But when you say loss, I just don't feel like most people feel like Drake lost that battle.
He did not lose anything in his career.
Yeah,
He lost that battle. The same way
he won the
same
war.
way Jay lost. People would say Jay lost the battle to Nas. Jay only ascended up from there, and so did Nas.
But I don't feel like people feel like Jay lost that battle.
A
Most
lot
of hip-hop
people feel
thinks-
like Jay lost that
Yeah.
battle.
I know you were in a different camp. Like we just all weren't in that room with you.
I know,
Like, the whole world was like,
I
oh,
don't feel
Ether
like
was-
really.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say the consensus of the average hip hop fan, 99% of people would say that Nas won that.
Getting ethered has become a part of the culture. Like you got ethered. Like that's
And also after
that submarine got ethered.
All right.
also after that happens, you go on the radio to talk about it
Yeah.
with Angie. That's a loss.
Yeah,
So, all right,
That's a
so
loss.
in your eyes, if you talk about the battle after the battle, that's a loss.
No,
You don't
instead
respond.
instead of replying to that, you go and talk about how you're above it and shit. Like, it's
Yeah.
weird.
If you're
Oh, you talking about the Drake battle?
Both of them did
Both
it.
of them.
Jay and Drake
But
both went.
Jay responded though. What are you talking about?
He did, and then after he got fucking
He
flashed
said no. He
from
said,
his mom.
Yeah, exactly. He said his mom said, yo, but I can understand that back then though,
I
because
agree.
at that time, being so close to just beefs that had happened before that and things happening around those beefs, it was like, yo, we don't want a repeat of what happened.
You should go back and listen to that Hove and Angie interview after Hot 97 voted Ether better than.
Oh no, I heard it.
He sounded defeated,
Okay.
Aw.
just as a fan.
Well, in this case with Pusha and Jim, Jim absolutely will. I'll say I'm not gonna say he has to. I'll say he will respond. Jim is not. He's not one to duck. No smoke. He's not one to duck any type of situation. So I believe he already had something recorded. I believe he knew this was coming. This was going to happen. He probably has some things he wants to add to it. But I believe before the weekend is out, we'll have a song from Jim.
Yeah, if he does reply
Pusha T
to
be
the
out there.
original question, I do think Pusha wins the battle, but I think
Same.
we are surprised at how well Jimmy does in this battle. I don't think he will win, but I think the win for him will be surprising people that it was closer than we thought.
That's a very
'Cause that-
safe answer.
I mean, if you've looked at Jimmy's career the past 5 years, outside of just amazing music, the theme has been, holy shit, he's like the most improved rapper ever. He's the best rapper in Dipset now. Like, he's just been constantly surprising people at the work he's been putting out. And I think that would happen in a battle as well. Because we wouldn't expect Jimmy to be, even when fucking Cam was going at Nas, like, yeah, Jimmy had a few things here and there, but that wasn't really his place. Now that he is, to me, one of the better rappers, yeah, I think he'll surprise us. I think he'll have a good reply to Push. I mean, I think Push will end it.
I just wanted to stay on music though. I don't want this to turn into something.
No.
I don't want it to go left because it can go left fast. Does not say no like it can't. It absolutely can.
I think these two gentlemen are a little bit too old and too mature to take it past.
I've seen old niggas fight. I've seen old niggas move some furniture. Don't get it twisted. I've seen it happen. But hopefully this is just rap. It stays there. Again, Jim is one that puts out good songs, and I believe that he'll have a record out before the weekend is over.
I guess I take that back. I could see this getting out of hand because how it started, I thought was a little weird. If Jimmy would have just given his opinion and thinking that Push is not top 50, that's his right to
I'm
have that
cool with
opinion.
that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But the way like Jimmy kept doubling down, it sounded personal.
It's
Like it didn't sound like a rap fan.
which is
Like,
why that
this
bar,
sounds like you're mad at Push.
yeah,
not his music.
which is why that bar of you're chasing the feature that's out of your element because
Mm.
everybody felt like, oh, the Drake at the Apollo show just happened. He bought y'all out. Y'all gave him a Dipset chain. So you feel like that's your ally now. So you got to kind of like pick a side. But it was weird because all of that Apollo shit could have happened and Jim didn't have to pick a side. Because it wasn't like Pusha and Drake was still actively like throwing shots at each other.
Mhm.
I mean, it may be some bars that went over my head that I didn't catch. But that's why it was weird because people were like, well, damn, like, okay, we understand that they beefed, but you don't have to go so hard at Push. It has to be personal. So now the ball's in Jim's court. He has to shoot now.
Bowling.
Push App wasn't on El Capo or any of those?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't. I don't know. Hopefully we get some diss records out the shit. I assume this also means we are probably getting a Clips album. Is
Gotta
that-
be.
I hope.
I would think so. I
is
think
it,
Pharrell's
is
gonna
it
do.
public knowledge yet? We're getting a Clips album? Am I breaking something?
You might be breaking something to some.
Okay, just call me Tasha K then. I'm just going to
Oh my
assume
God.
because we got this record
Rory K.
and they're walking together in the show that there will be a Clips album. There's a Clips album coming.
There's definitely a Clips
there
album
is a
coming.
Clips album.
100%.
And it's close to done. Jimmy told me. But anyways, freshman cover. I know you were excited, Mal. Walked right in here with the print copy.
I didn't know that the freshman
Autograph.
cover was still a
thing?
thing.
Stop. You didn't know that?
Don't do that.
I didn't. Honestly, I haven't. I think the last 3 years, unless somebody told me about it, I just don't think that it's still because this started as the XXL cover, which was print. People don't really care about print as much as they used to.
But now it's the list overall now. It's not,
List people care about. Anytime
that's
a
what I'm
list
saying.
comes out,
That's
the
what I'm
world fucking flips upside down.
Yeah.
So you're right. People do care about lists.
Yeah.
This XXL, first of all, congrats to all of the people that made the XXL freshman class of 2023.
Mhm.
But this is how I know I'm just like in a different rap world.
Decrepit.
Because half of these people I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time in years that I've actually known a few.
Yeah.
The years before, I was completely lost. Like, I don't know one name on here. Congrats to Friday.
No Friday,
Glorilla's
Love
on there.
Friday.
Finesse 2 times. Like, there's people on here. Central C is on here.
Mhm.
It's not a bad list from an old man's view.
But noticeably
Curious
missing,
what the kids think of it.
from this list is Ice Spice. And hearing that she wasn't available to shoot, her schedule was, didn't align with the schedule and production of the XXL shoot for the freshman class. So she wasn't on the cover, but she absolutely, obviously deserves to be on the freshman cover of 2023. Now, what does that mean for Ice Spice? Does that affect her at all?
No.
No.
I don't
She's
think
way
that's-
past that.
I think it's a separate issue as far as
That's why I
people-
don't believe that.
What?
That she just wasn't available, her scheduling. I think that her people just felt like,
Nah. Yeah, we
She
don't-
probably wasn't just going to force to change her schedule for it because it's not that important to her
Yeah.
generation.
she's doing skim shoots, bro.
Yeah, she got her second Nicki song coming.
Yeah. She's on the
She
Kardashian.
and this is why I said what I said about the cover.
Mm.
Does it still mean anything for an artist?
Only
Yes.
because XXL doesn't mean much to
The culture.
this generation. Not to the like the XXL freshman list was so important years ago because we loved XXL as an outlet.
Yeah.
Like it meant something to us as a fan base. These kids don't care because they're on to something else. Like making rap caviar is way more important because the kids respect that platform more because it's what they grew up on. I grew up on XXL. So I would wait in 2010 to see who was on the freshman shit.
Mm-hmm. It just meant more.
It's just a platform that isn't relevant to the kids, yet they're putting kids on it. So they've lost me because I care about XXL.
Yeah.
And they're talking about younger artists I particularly don't care for.
Mhm.
And then their fan bases doesn't really give a fuck
So you think they're fucking
because they don't care about XXL. So it just pinned themselves in a weird place.
Yeah, are they fucking up by doing this then?
No, I mean, it was their staple, and I'm glad they continue to do it, but
Yeah.
that's kind of their only focus now, but their audience is not that.
I think it's the rollout after just the list, the ciphers and all that shit. That's where I really want to check these people out.
Man, Ice
But that's
Spice
where
she wasn't fucking with that shoot.
No, I don't
She
think
felt like that was bad for her brand.
It's beneath
Like I
her
really
at this point.
exactly. I
Bad
feel
for
like,
her brand?
It is. It's beneath her.
I
at this point.
100% believed the people behind Ice Spice was like, "Yo, we cool."
Hove told Benny not to go on it when he was a freshman because
But
Jay was
bad for her brand?
It wouldn't-
Jay's
it wouldn't-
explanation
it
of
wouldn't
Benny
have
was you're
changed
above it.
anything.
It wouldn't
I-
have changed anything.
To Maul's point, Ice Spice is so certified.
She's
and outta
doing
here.
skims like
Yeah.
photo shoots. Like she's
and
not-
this-
Like
This is no disrespect to those artists, but I can see a PR team telling her you're devaluing yourself by putting your
Oh,
name
okay.
in a list with people that are not at your market value.
That makes sense.
And also, Eddin, to your point, what also fucked up with XXL with the freshmen in 2011, the worst rapper on there could rap.
Mhm.
It was
So the ciphers were fucking cool. Even when OJ
Right,
the Juice
right,
Man
right,
was
right.
on there, it was dope. Like no one.
I feel like that's all I'm looking
I mean,
for.
Central C can, but I don't know. For the past few years, it hasn't been like hip hop, a lyric-driven genre.
Yeah,
so
2011's class was incredible.
the ciphers don't really matter, and that was a big pull for everybody.
Yeah, 2011 was crazy.
Where's Diggy at?
That's what you saw that picture and that's what you thought about.
Yeah,
I
Rest
don't
in
even
peace,
know.
Brother
I can't even
Godson.
see who was that's Meek. Obviously Meek,
Lil B, Kendrick,
Kendrick,
YG,
YG.
Mac.
Rest in peace, Fred the Godson.
And Mac.
Is that
Mac Miller. Rest in peace. Wow.
who's the tall white? Is that G Easy?
No, that's Yellow
That's
Wolf.
Yellow Wolf.
Oh wow.
Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
Is that
Eminem knew how to pick him.
that's Big Crit.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that right behind Big Crit? I can't see.
That's Saha.
Sahai. Wow.
Oh my
That was a
Yeah,
good
look at
class.
that.
And who was that behind them? Is that Twist?
I
Oh,
think so.
All the way in the back?
Looks like
like
Lil
it.
Twist.
Look at
That
that.
was a good class.
Yeah.
09 was a great class. 2010 was a great class. I used to love XXL freshmen.
It meant something. I just don't think that it, years. This is obviously 2011, 12 years ago.
Where do you think we started hitting the decline though?
It's
I think once print kind of went out.
16, 17. I just think when the genre, like the SoundCloud era rap, I think was where the shift happened.
So it's 2016-ish.
Probably as far as XXL. But I mean, again, it doesn't always mean something. Nicki was never a freshman. Drake was never a freshman. There's big artists that never made it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It doesn't mean too much. But I still think it is an important thing to the culture. I mean, Ice Spice has made Kim Kardashian look like a terrible parent. So who knows what they could do to Vanessa at XXL.
Now, when this whole video happened with this is North, right? When North posted a video of her performing Ice Spice, me and Demaris had a back and forth, and I was saying how Ice Spice is considered, I guess, a pussy rapper. Like, call it pussy rap, when she talks about, obviously, pussy. And I said, it might be inappropriate for North to be doing that. And Demaris said Ice Spice is not a pussy rapper. But now Kim is,
she's a pussy entrepreneur.
She did a Time magazine interview, and she's saying when she heard the lyrics, she didn't know who Ice Spice was. But then when she heard the lyrics to the song, she said, "Oh no, like we're taking this down."
Mm-hmm.
Cap.
To my point, where it wasn't, that song is not appropriate. Ice Spice is not appropriate for a little girl to be rapping those lyrics. Now, granted, have fun, do what you want, but for a girl to be doing that, it was a little. Now we can agree. Because you didn't agree with me when it first happened.
I didn't agree that Ice Spice was a pussy rapper. And I'm to this day, at that moment, Ice Spice was not a pussy rapper. I'm not reneging.
Is she a pussy rapper now?
If her new songs, I'm sure pussy has been mentioned. But then, no, pussy was not mentioned.
Pussy was mentioned.
Pussy, her only song was Munch at that point.
Yeah, isn't Munch
about her whole pussy?
When I hear pussy rap, I hear the words
guys are trying to box
pussy, ass, fuck me. All of we talking like Meg and Nicki and Cardi. They do a lot of pussy rap. She
like
was
the literal words,
she was alluding to things, but she wasn't saying those words out loud. Okay. So when North is saying grabbing my da-da-das, she don't know what the fuck da-da-das is. I know she's talking about titties, but a pussy rapper would have just said titties.
You just connected the dots for me. I didn't know that's what
I didn't know what da-da-das meant. Yeah. But now that you've given
grabbing
me
my da-da-das, think about shit that he shouldn't have.
See, I thought he grabbing my da-da-das. I thought that would have been like,
what are your head, like your toes?
It just, I don't know.
Wait, she was thinking about things that he
should. Grabbing my da-da-das, think about shit that he shouldn't have.
I don't.
Does she identify as
rap genius? This
she's
one
like
for me.
She's Shakespeare. She's the new Shakespeare.
Yeah,
he's grabbing my da-da-das, thinking about shit that he shouldn't have.
Oh, well, if you're letting him grab your da-da-das, he probably should be thinking about what's next.
Well, what are some of the things he shouldn't be thinking of?
Munch.
I don't know.
Kim regrets letting Ice Spice and North be besties.
I can only understand cannabis lyrics.
So, Mal, I still understand where you're coming from.
Well, out of it, I mean, it worked for Ice Spice. Now she's doing a shoot for Skims. Obviously has a relationship with Kim now. But then Kim said, she did see how people were saying Kanye was right. And she said maybe in that instance he was. Like, maybe our daughter shouldn't be listening to certain things. But, she encourages her children to be creative. She tries to monitor what they create and what they listen to. But, she said just doing the best she can as a parent.
Can we break down her fake apology and how it's a metaphor for the lack of accountability that every single woman takes and how they think they're apologizing, but they're not apologizing at all?
Ooh, yeah.
She started with saying, I had no idea who the fuck Ice Spice was, so I put her in an ad campaign. Weird from jump. Then allowed that girl to come into their house when she was away on business. Didn't monitor what her kid was posting.
No.
Threw the nanny under the bus.
That's not what happened. See, I can't let you do that. That's not what happened.
Give me the timeline.
When North posted the first video, Kim wasn't home. North was their nanny. But when Ice Spice obviously came to the house and all of that, Kim was there. She knew about that. That whole thing was set up. And obviously that's how the relationship started from there.
Okay. So she threw the nanny under the bus after North posted that. Mm-hmm. She said she was away, so she couldn't monitor it. I find that hard to believe too.
Okay.
Videos are on phones, and she probably had her phone with her. Then, after throwing Kanye under the bus before, it now says he might have been, after saying he was right, goes, well, I guess he might have been right about that. Well, I don't know. That's not an apology. That's not saying that he was right.
But who was she apologizing to? Why do y'all get apology from this? Who was she apologizing to?
Because Kanye was going on a rant saying, I don't want my daughter on TikTok rapping about pussy. And then she said it was wrong and then goes, well, I guess maybe he was right about that. That's such a woman apology.
In that instance. Like, he's not right. But in that instance.
Could you pull up the quote again?
Because she's talking about Kanye not wanting North on TikTok, period. Remember from the beginning, he didn't want her on TikTok, not just rapping about pussy. He didn't want her on TikTok, period.
Right.
So she says in that instance, yes, he was right. But when it comes to her making slime videos and hair tutorials, I'm going to fight for her to be able to be creative.
Right. And that's the way it should be. Like if you're creating child appropriate content and having fun in that way, then, you know, parents are, you know, you have to give in a little. Like, this is what kids are going to do. They're going to want to be on the internet. They're going to want to view all of these, you know, the biggest thing on YouTube is like those toy reveal.
I hate them.
Videos on YouTube where people just open toys and talk about kids. That's just their world. That's what they're going to want to watch. That's what they're going to want to do. They want those toys. So I understand wanting to keep your kids away from social media because TikTok is social media. YouTube is a little different because if you just, you know, on YouTube can be social media, I guess, but
it
is social media.
It's not the same
biggest search engine to Google.
Yeah, but it's just different because when I think of social media, like it's more so like you post something, and I guess people live in their comments on their YouTube too.
100%. They live in our comments.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, Kim suggested that her husband said, I don't want my daughter on TikTok. It could be inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
She said she can go on there. Then noticed that her daughter did something inappropriate. She said it was wrong, blamed the nanny, then said, I saw on the internet people were saying Kanye was right. After Kim just suggested that he was right, then says, maybe he was in that instance.
In that instance.
That's a woman apology, and that's women taking accountability.
I love it.
Stamp it.
I love it.
And Kanye was right about Adidas.
How do you do a whole 5-minute thing of why I was right, and then at the end say, maybe in that instance you were right?
Because maybe in that instance, just maybe in that instance, that's just such a way.
And then
for
completely deflected and was like, "But slime," but that's not what we were.
And the
he was
nanny.
never talking about.
But the nanny,
the nanny, poor nanny.
She wasn't home.
Y'all really acting like y'all don't get her point? Or this for
no,
content?
but that's not the point Kanye was trying to make. Kanye was, I don't want my daughter to be sexualized on TikTok. He wasn't critiquing her slime videos or her hair tutorials.
He said he didn't want her on TikTok at all.
After seeing her grab her da-da-das.
No, he said that from the very beginning.
That was because of China. And I kind of feel him.
Yeah, I understand.
I kind of feel him. And we also owe Kanye somewhat of an apology because he was screaming about the nannies. And I was like, why is Kanye so focused on these fucking nannies?
You know something.
Clearly, the nannies are just letting her fucking talk about her da-da-das in the basement.
It's true.
But I guess he was right.
I understand it. I understand Kanye not wanting his daughters on social media. I get it.
Keeping your kid off social media?
Yeah.
Like completely?
In the beginning of Amar's life, of course.
Oh, we already started a TikTok for.
Yeah. Oh, did we not talk to him about that? Oh shit.
You didn't know?
My bad.
No.
It's baby talk.
Tons of content.
Yeah.
Day in the life of.
We already did it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
She has a bunch of get ready with me videos.
A lot of voiceovers.
Day in the life.
But she can't talk.
Hey, this is Biden's America.
Yeah. I tried to tell you. Nobody wants to listen.
Look, right here.
Yeah.
That's Joe Biden.
This is it.
Right in front of your face.
Those are the demon rats. Look at them.
Well, speaking of a PR crisis, you guys want to talk about YK's pivot?
Is this a pivot, man? What is this?
It's
pivot is a hilarious word for this, by the way.
But this goes back to what I was saying about this whole YK Suki incident.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to catch a viral moment. When he tried to kiss her.
Still trying.
This is my point. He was trying to kiss her, hoping that she would kiss him or thinking she would kiss him back, and that video would go viral. Every blog site would post it. Now his PR video that he posted.
PR video.
This is what this is.
Let's describe it. He's leaning up against the wall with crumpled up papers all around him that clearly look like they have no writing on them.
No writing on them.
One spotlight.
In the middle of a pandemic with global warming, like, come on, think of
With
the
a tank
trees.
top on.
There's a whole wildfire in Canada.
He's holding the pen. He's having writer's block. Obviously,
Pen
he
has
doesn't.
no ink in it.
He doesn't know how to apologize. He doesn't know. And the caption on the video is trying to get this shit together.
Who's sicker in this video?
His PR.
His PR team, him, or the cameraman?
That pan
the
up
PR
was
team.
crazy.
Or the set design person? Who did the lighting?
What's that?
Who was the gaffer?
What's that?
Eddin.
This is
Yeah,
set
right?
for sure.
Hey man, come on.
But this
Eddin was pissed he didn't get his photo cred.
Yeah.
but this goes
Tag me, Cyrus.
Yeah.
this goes
Look at the
back,
camera work.
This goes back to what I was saying
Why did the camera go up to the ceiling?
because that's kind of like where his thoughts were going.
Yeah,
He
his
looked
stuff
up,
is going up in the
he
air,
looked
you know?
up, you know what I
It's
mean?
only up from here.
Yeah, so he's kind of looking up.
Right. Ooh.
He's just trying to find it because when people don't know what to say, their thoughts are always up.
Yeah.
You got to kind of look at the ceiling, look at the
We
sky.
you know?
Is this the sickest era in PR history?
By far,
Like not just hip hop, like the world,
by
like
far,
down to Dr. Fauci. Like, is this the craziest PR time of our lives?
by far.
Like in the
It's not
last
even
3
close.
years.
You
kind
could
of.
say that the PR teams, like in Vietnam era, World War II, of course, were lying and spinning things, but at least the information wasn't right in front of everyone's face, so the lie wasn't as offensive. PR teams really think we're the dumbest human beings on earth. They tried to make him look like a victim here.
It's not even
Like,
real.
we should feel bad for this kid right now.
It's not even real PR though.
It's his
It's
man's in them.
It's just somebody
That
in
was
this
just
camp.
definitely one friend of his.
Yeah, it's just somebody in this camp that's saying, "Yo, let's just do this," and then because you know what's coming now, right? You know a record is coming.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking a record plus I'm going to go to therapy and I have mental health.
No. He's not gonna go. A record is happening.
And it's going to be
Oh,
about
for sure.
demons.
A song is happening for sure. For sure, a song is happening. Like, and that's why you just can't. That's why when everybody was online calling him a predator, no, it's just like, cut it the fuck out, man. Stop. Like, that's not what this is. He made a mistake. He did something that was inappropriate, 100%. But we can't spin it like it's some because they not even
He's
taking
spinning.
it.
We're not spinning anything, Maul. They're spinning
No,
everything.
No. I'm
video.
saying
Yeah.
the internet was trying to turn this kid into something else. And obviously it's like, bro, look at this. Look at the videos he's putting out. No, who's taking this shit serious?
Clearly not his PR
They're not
team.
even taking this
Yeah.
serious. Like, so it's like we can't put so much serious thought into these things that happen because it's something just for the moment. Again, he was inappropriate. He was out of line for doing what he did. But we got to understand what this is, man. This is what this is. We're gonna try to turn this into a song now, stream, make some money. You know,
Is there still PR firms? Not just PR people that are hired at labels or.
oh yeah, there's still absolutely.
Yeah.
But for this type of whatever, like these artists or these personalities, they don't use those real firms. No.
Like, this makes Chris Brown putting on a bow tie and going on Larry King actually look smart.
Oh,
Like, this is
yeah.
how crazy
No,
PR
that was
is.
like, that was
Like, that makes that team look like geniuses.
yeah. How long ago was that? Now, what, 12 years?
Yeah, probably.
14 years?
Somewhere around there. 09,
Yeah.
2010.
PR is definitely different now.
I just feel like you should have to go get a degree for PR now. I'm not a big degree advocate, but this is getting out of hand. Like,
But
it's getting so fucking offensive
Yeah.
to just the world, and not just in hip hop, all the way down to the news. It's fucking crazy.
But at the same time, though, Rory, everything doesn't need PR. It's okay for YK to just be like, yo, I
Yeah, he
made a
could just stay
mistake.
quiet there.
No, I made a mistake. I apologize. It was
The
inappropriate.
notes app. Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Everyone,
The booster was PR.
a good notes app post usually can get the
A notes
work
app post.
done.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Or just don't
It's not
say
personal
anything
enough?
and people will stop checking for you. Because like your name would have fallen out of the news cycle by now.
but that's my but see what you just said, that's my point. It's only relevant while it's relevant. People
Yeah.
don't really care though.
But you know, people get addicted, even when they're getting killed, to searching their name, and they feel like, oh, this sucks. The worst thing is when they stop talking.
Mhm.
So that actually turns people into just loving being the villain because it gets people to talk about them.
Mhm.
Yikes.
The worst thing, and I'm not accusing him of this, but
Yeah.
I've been around people that have been killed on the internet and they were super upset, and then everything started to die down. And I could see they were upset that no one was still killing them.
Damn.
So they go out and try to do something because they see the shit drying up. Like, no, it's good.
Yeah, chill.
But negativity spreads faster, I guess.
Almost said it.
Oh, absolutely.
So
People use that. Which is why I said a song is coming.
yeah, they get more upset when no one is saying anything. They'd rather them continue to kill them because it brings them more attention.
And the song addresses the situation.
Oh, it's gonna address that situation.
His demons.
He's gonna tie in He's gonna tie in other things in his life that's going on.
Ooh.
I believe that clip we got was the video shoot for the song.
If you're talking about Suki,
Oh my god.
we can talk about a succubus. That's a good like word flip there. Those are like things that steal your soul. And
And
All
you
right,
guys,
shut up
And you
now.
guys killed my Jim Jones.
Yeah,
that's a good
Person.
line.
no, that was terrible.
Not really.
Succubus?
Can you stop saying that word? It's actually making my skin crawl.
Nobody in hip hop has ever used that in the bar.
That's not
That's
true.
bullshit.
There's no
That's
way.
a Kendrick ass word right there.
Succubus?
I went to Copenhagen and got the succubus or some shit like that.
Kendrick has literally
That was a
never
crazy
said that
Kendrick
word.
Lamar
He's never said that.
That's that.
impression.
Yes,
No,
he has.
That's not the hip hop word.
Succubus?
No,
It's too big of a word.
I don't know if it's too big of a word. It's not a hip hop word.
The succubus took his auntie's gender.
The succubus took his auntie's da-da-das.
Succubus a man now.
Da-da-das is a word used before succubus in hip hop.
Which is kind of
Look at that. Da-da-das. Like, that makes a hip hop record before succubus.
You
I
can
get
go,
it, though.
You can go to Copenhagen and get the da-da-das.
Yeah, for sure. Da-da-das are everywhere. Succubus. You ask a nigga hip hop, yo, you got that suck. You can be like, first of all, don't
Excuse
say
me?
suck in front of you like that. Exactly. See?
Excuse me?
I wouldn't ask someone.
I'm just saying, you
It's
can't use
everybody
that.
using the word in like the wrong.
Succubus isn't hip hop.
No.
Okay.
Fuck no. You can't use that in no song.
It is a religious. I'm saying it's a religious.
What if you got
word.
sucked on the
People
bus
like talking
on
about
tour?
God all the time.
You didn't think about it that way, huh?
No, I didn't.
It's like when you're on tour, you can get sucked on the bus.
That's right.
Yeah, but we just call that getting head.
Well, that's what a succubus. It's like kind of gets you while you're sleeping. It rapes you while you're knocked out.
Love getting
I
woken
don't know
up
if you
for
want to
that.
use
I don't know
that.
if you want to use that either. Yeah.
Why not?
It's
It's
the
just-
female demon.
Because then you'll need a PR firm
Yeah.
and then be trying to get this shit together.
And Yomi is not going to shoot you up against this brick wall,
Hey, yo.
crumbling up papers.
Pan up.
There was nothing on any.
No
there was no
credit.
thoughts. There was nothing on none of those papers. Nothing. Look how sick this
That
world
was a
is.
waste of paper.
Yo, we gonna crumble papers, make it seem like you have like apology block. Like you don't know how to apologize.
block.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
like you don't know how to apologize. Like, like how you got apology block? How niggas don't know how to apologize?
Just say, I'm
It
sorry.
happens fairly often.
That shit is crazy. Like you don't know how to be like, yo, I was wrong for that. Was crazy, out of line.
Bro,
I apologize.
notes app. It could have been
Again.
so simple.
I sound like the old head, but this is why I miss music. Ruben Studdard apologized for an entire year.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is my sorry for 2000, the
2004.
whole year.
We need
And I'm not going to mess up no more.
We need an updated version of that.
Yeah, for sure. 2024.
Ruben did mad shit after that song came out.
Wait, what-
That he could apologize for.
What month did he? If he put that out in like December of 04.
Oh, that's if he did, he's a genius. If that record came out in December,
Or imagine if it was in January.
It came out December 12th,
oh my, he's a genius.
but it came out December 12th, 2003.
So he apologized for shit that didn't even do that. Oh nah, Ruben is it. We gotta give Ruben his flowers.
That's some G manipulative shit. Like, yo, I apologize already for this
I
year.
already know I'm about to do some bullshit next year. I already know. I'm a fuck up.
Yeah,
That's-
Osiris.
That's
You
pretty
should
smart.
Osiris hit Berg, have him flip Sorry for 2004. That's your hit right there. Do you think they went to Staples to buy paper? I just feel like there probably wasn't paper at that studio.
I feel like
Like they definitely sent someone to
nobody
Kinko's.
uses paper.
What
are you
even
talking
have
about,
paper in
bro?
our studio?
We do.
Where?
Over
We
there.
have paper towel.
It's true.
We do. We have
do.
sticky notes.
That's different.
Imagine you crumbled those sticky notes. Ooh.
You know how many sticky notes you would have to crumble to kind of make that like
Well, nothing, because he
someone
didn't
did it.
write anything.
no, but
Yeah.
I'm saying just like aesthetically to give it that look, like you would
Yeah,
have to,
that's true. That would be a lot of sticky notes.
The whole
You know how
pad.
many pieces of paper
The
that
whole
is?
pad. You need like 4 pads. Oh my
Well,
god.
In other rollout news, Thug is back. He just put this artwork up while we were in the middle of recording
Okay, and this
to
is
go
for
with the countdown.
Doug put out his album cover that if you're listening to this now is out. Business is business. We have not heard it yet because we're recording on a Thursday.
Is this an album or a single?
I think it's an album.
Same.
Album?
Guessing.
I'm gonna say album.
I'm gonna say single. I'm gonna say song.
single.
I don't think it's a full project.
You think he did the whole QR code shit just for a single?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's currently fighting a RICO case. He's in jail. He can't I don't think this is an album. I don't think this is a full project. I think this is a song. I think a full project is happening for sure. But I think this is just a song, something for him to put in the space and the algorithms. But I don't think this is a full project.
I mean, but you can't really work a single. You can't do a proper visual. I would just drop a fucking album.
You can't work an album. You can't do a proper visual. It's the same thing.
At least if you.
Nah, it's an
if-
album. It's an album for sure.
It's an album.
Yeah, it's an album for sure. Metro Rubin also tweeted out
I
saying,
said Metro's producing.
"Yeah,
it.
business."
I thought it was a
business
song he was
available worldwide.
producing.
No, album.
That's interesting.
And I feel like
Gunna's on it.
think who was on it?
You think Gunna's on it?
I could see that happening, honestly.
Yeah,
Same.
I could definitely see that happening. And that's gonna start a whole different
You
conversation.
think all those idiots will go back and listen to Gunna's album? That we're trying to avoid it.
I think they were listening to it anyways, and we're lying. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
For real.
Well, yeah, I'm interested to see what's on here, what's addressed. Of course, most of this music was recorded prior to. Maybe there'll be some jail phone stuff. Maybe there'll be some skits where he's talking on the phone that addresses stuff. But I do think we will hear from current Thug somehow in this album over the phone. But we'll see.
His last album was 2 years ago, 2021 Punk.
Mhm.
Really good album. So it's gonna be interesting to see the direction of this album, the content of this album, just the vibe and the energy of this project as opposed to his previous projects, because obviously life is totally different for him right now. But it's going to be interesting to see if Gunna's on there, if they have any interludes of him speaking from prison on the album. It's definitely something that I think all of us are going to have to listen to, because again, this is something that I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in hip hop, where somebody was actively going through a RICO case and put out a project.
I mean, Shine was already in jail.
Right.
For Godfather Buried Alive. So
Mhm.
yeah, it'd be interesting. Gunna's on pace to sell 78K. So I was correct with my 200K prediction.
He was right on the nose.
You guys owe me some push-ups.
Right on the nose.
I want my flowers.
How do I do it?
Yeah, man. It's fun.
I said 80.
You said 80. I think I said 110,
I said 115.
You said
something around.
120. I said 110.
120.
So I think with the Price is Right shit, that would make me the winner, right?
Yeah.
As far as
No,
that
you
strategy.
going home with just a thank you.
200.
Just a thank you.
Never invited back.
Never.
Okay,
It's
well,
not even a scooter.
now that we have his projection, what do you think now, knowing that as we're getting a Gunna, a Thug album?
That's
what do you
different.
think? Let's try to predict his. I'm going to say higher than Gunna.
115.
Yeah. I'm going to say 120, 130.
I'm gonna say
110.
135.
The 110.
Can we predict what Gunna's second week sales are going to be? I think that's going to be interesting, where of course that declines for every project.
Now, if Gunna,
I think he might stay at fucking like 35, 40, because I
If-
think people are going to go back.
if he's
this
on
week-
if he's on this Thug album,
They have to go back and listen to Gunna.
it's going to be very interesting to see what Gunna's second week.
He might do another 80.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
I could say
he might
I
be
could
right
see
where
him
he's at.
hovering in the 60s.
Yeah. 60, 65. It's insane to do that.
The only thing where I don't see that working is if Thug puts out like 45 records, and it's just going to take people a long time
To get through it.
and then have to go back to Gunna. You have to have a very free weekend. And I could see Thug in this state putting out 45 fucking records.
Now, let's go this way with it. What if Thug is on this album absolutely trash and killing Gunna? What does Gunna's second week numbers look like?
I think it's shadier, because that means he pre-recorded it before the case. That's how he always felt.
I think either way, Gunna's going to have a great second week.
I agree.
I think he's gonna have a real solid second week. Either way, if Thug is on this album, absolutely, saying, yeah, I'm not fucking with him, and that relationship is over, whatever. Like, then I think that either way, people are gonna go listen to Gunna's album just to kind of see if they catch anything now that they hear the Thug album.
Also, Coi Leray's album is coming out today. If you're listening to this on a Friday, I think it's just called Coi.
It is.
I'm interested. I think she has a lot of potential. I don't think the last one was it. I think she should have waited a bit. But I'm curious. Talented girl. I don't really have too much on this. Not really my shit, but I'm gonna listen.
I want to listen just because she has good records. So I just want to hear what a full Coi project sounds like. She has some interesting features, gigs, Skilly Bang, James Brown. Is that DJ? Oh, Man's World.
Man's World, yeah.
It's a sample.
It's like when Otis was featuring Otis Redding,
Yeah.
when it wasn't.
Your favorite David Guetta is on there.
That's his
Yeah,
favorite?
they did it. They,
Rory?
David Guetta.
David Guetta?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
When he ended, remember when he ended racism?
Racism,
though?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
why
said.
Coi
That's
teamed
Rory's
up with him.
favorite DJ.
yeah. I aspire to be.
Your favorite, Saucy Santana, Mal, is on here.
Love Saucy Santana.
So,
Love Saucy.
I heard the clip of that Make My Day song.
You're kind of like the Clark Kent to her Superman.
Of who?
Maul kind of looks like.
What?
There we go. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I look like Saucy Santana.
But like the Clark Kent version.
I don't care how you try to clean that up. I'm I look nothing like Saucy.
But like, you know,
Santana.
when Clark Kent is just like,
Santana?
when he's the reporter. Like, Saucy is Superman,
You think
and you're Clark Kent.
You think I look like that? First of all,
Before veganism, yeah.
that's some racist shit.
That's
now,
some racist
now
shit.
you saying we all look alike.
Right.
That's some racist shit.
All
Wait,
right,
what?
The only noticeable difference really is your eyebrows.
They have not even
That's the
similar.
only noticeably difference, right?
I would say, yeah.
Shout out to Saucy.
And if you arch your, you can go to the kiosk at the mall and get yours arched.
I want to respond.
They
But
kind of have the same lips, right?
You're a racist.
How?
you are racist for saying that me
How?
and Saucy, we have the same lips.
Yeah, they're like nice, thick, and plump.
Oh, okay. I wish
Oh,
Eminem
I'm
would
so
get on his
sorry.
petty shit and give Koi a
What's
verse.
wrong with him?
I tried to switch the subject.
Ew.
I keep trying to tell you, well, Koi's new single that's coming out, the Make My Day samples Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic, and I like it a lot.
That's David Guetta.
Yeah, that's the
So
one with
Pump Up
David
the
Guetta.
Jam makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And I mean, what a crazy time now. I'm really glad we're getting something from him to make sense.
Well, he
All the
ended
chaos.
racism, so now hopefully
Global warming.
something. He'll end
Submarines.
something else.
I think he'll do something
Marine
about the
biology.
Titanic.
I mean, you would think so.
He's due.
Dude.
Is that all music that's coming out?
Boz and the Cole collab album is officially announced. There's no date, but that's been rumored for a long time.
Nice.
I've heard some of the records. It's fantastic.
Shout out to Boz.
I hate that you did this when you said you'd heard the record.
What do you do?
He went like this.
There you go.
You've heard some of their stuff together. Don't do that.
I've heard
We've done
Boss's
the
album.
He didn't
contest
do this.
together.
Yeah, Boss's album.
Yeah, not
Cole
the-
was on it, but
Yeah.
that was just a Boss album. West Side Gun, I believe. Now Pray For Me is out today as well.
And then is it now pray for me or and then they pray for me?
Well, first we prayed for Paris, and now we pray,
And then you pray for me.
And then you pray for me.
which I assume is part of the Pray for Paris series.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he always delivers. Pause.
That's not a pause.
Yeah, it is.
He's right. It is.
Wes always delivers. I believe we get a Nicki and Ice Spice record today as well for the
Yep.
Barbie Girl soundtrack.
Mhm.
So the Barbs will be. I'm gonna stay off social media probably for the next 48 hours.
Good it is.
I probably won't get a retweet. But I mean, we saw a snippet. I think wasn't Tyga the one that leaked this? Tyga was in the studio playing the Barbie Girl sample, and it had a caption that it was Nicki and Ice Spice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. I missed that.
I miss Tigers.
Yeah, I
He's
didn't know
not my
Tiger rolled.
algorithms.
I didn't know Tiger rolled.
Yeah,
this out.
Tiger's in.
And this was before I knew about the movie or any of that shit. And I was like, well, Tyga keeps one. But if Tyga's not on it and is just there to leak the record, I'm a little disappointed. But
So back to Demaris now from Cardi's Summer Jam set
Love it.
when she had the whole. They said that she was throwing shots at Ice Spice. Do you think it has any? Because obviously Cardi would know that this record was coming. Do you think that this has anything to do with that? Now,
No,
still think there's no correlation.
still think.
well, Atlantic is putting out this album to try
And they
to
have-
to
yeah, they
raise
have no
money
money.
for Cardi's album.
That's true.
It's a Kickstarter.
Yeah, they need it.
It's a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Wasn't there some controversy around this where Sweetie had Icy Girl that was supposed to go on the album and then gave it to Nicki to get on it? And
Jason Martin, known as Problem, super dope, super talented artist. He posted a video saying that he had crafted and created and a record for Sweetie. Posted the video, the Icy Girl. It was the same kind of Barbie girl sample loop thing. Saying that they sent it to Nicki and so she knew about the record, she got it. She was supposed to do the record. And then now fast forward, the record is coming out. Sweetie is not a part of it. It's now Nicki and Ice Spice. So
sampling the Barbie Girl song.
yeah.
He has a case for thievery amongst the court of public opinion. I wouldn't know legally how this could work.
How tough is that case, you think, though?
I mean, if they cleared the sample if his case in court is they used the sample that I was using, I don't know if you really have a case.
Right.
Now, if there's lyrics and melodies similar to what Ice Spice, that Sweetie was doing on Icy Girl, then maybe you have a case. But if it's just sampling Barbie Girl, it's fucked up that they took an idea, but I don't think there's any legal.
But now hold on, because this was the record he sent to Nicki was supposed to be for Saweetie and Nicki for the Barbie soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a completely different beat and the only thing that is there is the Barbie sample, they should hire Marvin Gaye's estate, because I wouldn't know legally. Honestly, I wouldn't know if there is a case of copyright there for using a sample that someone sent. I'm
now
just not sure.
problem obviously has a case here. I mean, if I send you a record and it's the Barbie girl sample, it's that whole melody, and I send it to you for the Barbie soundtrack, you say you're gonna do it, then you repurpose it. Another artist is now on it, but you're still on it, and it's on the Barbie soundtrack.
Yeah,
I think Problem has a legit case.
If it's the same song, not the same idea.
I'm curious to see where this.
Even if it's the same idea, he might have I'm saying if this still lands on the soundtrack, I think he still has a case, even if it's the same idea.
He's saying he's a writer on it, so it sounds like, to Maul's point, there's might be some lyrics that are recycled on the from the Sweetie version that now live on the Nicki version.
Yeah, if that's the case, then they definitely have a case and should go after them. But I mean, Atlantic is already in the red, so can't sue them.
They have no money
there. Do we think Nicki addresses this now that he put that video out? I'm sure the Barbs are killing Problem right now, saying he's a misogynistic piece of shit and why are you coming from the queen? You know, I'm sure they are stalking his family's house now.
Jesus.
But where do we think this goes?
Nowhere.
Yeah, honestly, nowhere.
Honestly, I think his main thing was he wants to be compensated for his time, because he worked on that and then he didn't get paid for it, and they took the idea and ran with it, but he didn't get paid for the work that he did on the original.
He should be paid for it if he did in fact work on it.
If he wrote, he should get paid. Yeah.
Well, there is a writers union coming together now that is working towards making that an actual law, that writers would have a fee. If you don't use anything at all, I'm being compensated for my time being here and writing.
Which they should be.
I agree.
Absolutely, 100%.
I completely agree. But yeah, again, I'm curious where this goes. I'm sure we'll just see all the numbers and Nicki saying she's the best.
Voicemails.
Got some new voicemails. All right, so let's hear it. Hopefully we got
What were you just building? I thought you were going to talk about Dreamville, or I'm trying to think of your favorite things.
Yeah.
That was a terrible build-up to voicemails.
I love voicemails. They're great.
Do we have any ones that aren't relationship advice?
This first one I'm playing is not relationship advice.
All right, cool.
There you go.
The second one will definitely be about relationship advice.
You feel exhausted just from guiding?
I mean, you know, so it's just
Through their
so many
relationship.
hours of therapizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's taken away from your relationship.
Exactly. It's starting to weigh in on my
Who
relationship.
gives you advice?
Giving too much of yourself to the world.
Yeah.
Who therapies the therapist?
It's true. God. Or YKS.
Oh my God. Just play the.
What's up, guys? My
Goodbye,
name is
on piece of
JT. My question is in regards to how I can handle a situation with my girl. So
Sounds like
she has a
relationship, not
tendency
relationship
to
advice.
always be late. She's always running behind. And I'm the complete opposite. I pride myself in being punctual because I want people to respect my time. So I'm going to make sure I respect other people's time. But this is something that I've been communicating with her throughout our 2.5-year relationship. That, you know, this bothers me. Like, we gotta get places on time. And I'm not talking about no parties where everybody just shows up. It's more so like, we got dinner reservations with another couple at 7:00. There's no reason that you should start getting ready at 6:45. So, and at this point, I'm feeling mad disrespected because I'm expressing this to you and you still continue this behavior. So I'm just looking for a little advice on how you guys might handle this. And Baby D, even you, Yomi, maybe from the female perspective, am I approaching this wrong? What do I got to do to just get this woman to just get places on time, man? Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thanks.
I thought you said this wasn't relationship advice.
That's
To
not
start.
relationship
This is
advice.
100% relationship advice.
Relationship advice.
How?
What you mean?
He's in a relationship and is asking us for advice on
about
his
his
relationship.
girl.
Are you fucking drunk? What is wrong with you?
But how do we get her to show up on time?
That's
Okay,
in his
Fine,
relationship.
we could generalize it, but
It's
they're
more
asking
of
for
a general
relationship
thing. Yeah, fine. In the context of the call, he's in a relationship.
advice. That's the
In the
point.
He started with, "Hey, I'm in a relationship.
Yeah,
I need some
To be
advice."
honest, I wrote the note down for the call. I forgot that there was a relationship.
It's okay. At least
So
you admitted
who
it.
do you think he wanted to be on time?
No, I'm hearing it. Yeah. What did I say in the note?
I
said
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Second point, he said he wanted the women's perspective here.
So
We do know that Demaris, who speaks for all women, is just going to blame him for not telling her to get ready earlier.
are you?
Because that would be the woman's advice.
Are you gonna
blame
blame
the
him?
guy for her being late?
The Kim Kardashian approach.
Yes. I guess he's right.
I'm going to give you advice. Don't pay them any
Dump her.
attention. If you are if you are in love with this person, you have to accommodate how they are, right? I am a person who's chronically late. I have time blindness because of my ADHD. So it takes me way longer to get ready than I actually think it takes for me to get ready. So what the people that I have dated in the past have started doing is lying to me about what time we have to be somewhere.
Time blindness is crazy.
It's a real thing.
I think it's very simple.
Your response.
Just stop taking her out.
Oh my God.
I kind of like that response. Fuck it.
Like, yo, nah, because you never on time nowhere. So, all right, we not going nowhere.
Or
Simple.
just leave. Meet the couple.
No,
Be the
stop.
third wheel. Find your own way there.
No, now you're asking for a
Now
real
you're asking
argument.
for it,
You asking for a real argument to happen back at your house.
And like maybe I'll get you a to-go order.
Lie
brings
about
it
what
back.
time you're supposed to
I mean,
be
yeah,
there.
that's
Supposed to be there at
that's
7
a better-
o'clock. Tell her the reservations for
If
6
you
o'clock.
have 2 cars, be like, hey, I'm gonna be there on time. Meet me, get there when you get there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Show
but it's
up an hour
still,
late.
but it's still a bad thing, though. I understand what you're
That
saying.
makes her look bad. Not
Yeah,
him.
no, but it makes it look like y'all are not, on the
Cohesive.
same. Yeah, and y'all
But
are a
they're
couple.
not.
They're a couple, so they need to arrive places especially if they're going to meet
well.
another couple. They should arrive together. But listen, just put on time out. Don't take on no dates
Put
for
her
a
on
while.
time out. She's not a fucking pet.
I mean,
I did love Damaris's womanly advice is just accept her for who she is and adjust
Yeah,
your
that's
life
in all her
to fit her
flaws.
faults.
well, no, Demaris did. She said, lie to her about the time. Dinner's at 8. Tell her it's at 6:45.
That's a wild gap.
That's an early ass.
You might get there at 7:45.
Exactly. I
So,
actually
it
had
works
this
out.
conversation with one of our friends over hookah, and he was like steaming because he could not. And I literally
Coles.
gave him that exact advice.
Stop from the Coles, yeah.
Yeah, he was so upset, and I was like, "Listen, you have to. This person is otherwise perfect for you, but you can't handle the fact that they're late. It really pisses you off and gets you upset. It's not a personal affront. They're not being late because they don't respect you. They're late because that's a them thing. If you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you have to accommodate.
I think it's
They're
both.
them thing.
If you respect someone and value your time with them,
Yeah.
I'm telling.
people change and adjust. People have bad patterns until they meet someone that makes them want to change those habits.
You don't think
Become
you should
a better person. Show the fuck up on time.
You don't think someone should be
not being
accounting
late
of
for
that?
something doesn't make you a shitty person.
But it
kind of
means you're
does.
also you're not willing to.
Just because
You're
you take
affecting
something,
other people.
just
If we have a
because
group
you
dinner
take
and
this
we're
as some-
we're
as
all
something
sitting
dis-
down waiting to eat dinner, and you show up an hour late, that's disrespectful to everyone at that table.
I'm ordering.
That's exactly me too. I'm ordering.
Sure, but we wanted to make it a group event.
Well, I'm curious if she's on time to things that just involve her. Like,
Probably.
is this a
Like her
thing?
nail appointment.
Yeah, like does she miss everything? Is she late to work every day, or is she on time for that? Is she proving she
mean,
can
work
be
is
on
different.
time to other shit, but when it's time to do reservations with your couple friends,
That means she just don't want to go. She doesn't like your friends. She doesn't want to do couples dinner dates. Like, she just doesn't want to be there. Now, if she's on time for hair, nails, things like that,
Mm.
oh, then you got a whole different conversation you need to have now.
I think the easiest route is you lie to her about the time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the simple
She
solution.
can go that
Try the
way.
lie. Start with like a
Start with the
soft
lie.
half hour.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm going with Maul's advice
Hold
on
on.
this.
Which is?
We're not going out anymore.
Oh.
And when you start complaining,
not
like,
gonna
yo, we don't do
happen.
shit, it's like, well, we tried, but you are never on time for it. So what's the point?
We tried and we always miss our reservation.
Yeah, they're not. That's not gonna happen.
Like, we can't go on vacation because you have to make the flight.
damn, if it's that bad,
Put her
that's
on the
fucking
submarine
crazy.
instead.
Yeah, if your girl misses flights,
That's bad.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I can get into a whole other thing with that, to how that can be men's fault, but I'm
missing
Oh no,
flights.
do it.
gonna let it ride.
No,
No,
do it,
go
do
ahead.
it,
We're
do it.
here
Because
now.
more than likely, when with a lot of times, I'm not gonna say all, I'm not gonna generalize. When a man and a woman are going on vacation,
All.
even if the man is paying for everything, the majority of the planning and all of that stuff is done by the woman. You know what the man is doing? He packs his bag and he waits. Well, why are you taking so long? Well, I booked these flights. I made these reservations.
Yeah,
I
but
set
you
up
booked-
these
we had
fucking
this shit
excursions.
booked
I
for-
talked to these people.
But we had
I
that
took you
booked for
shopping
like
to
2
get new
weeks.
shit.
But if you booked it, that means you should know what time you should show up to everything.
And not only that, you booked it when you booked it the same night we're leaving. Like you book it weeks in advance.
what
You
the
know
man
what we're
is saying.
doing before we even take off to go on vacation.
What you
Like we
mean?
had this shit booked 2-3 weeks ago.
I'm making sure the house is clean before we have to get on the
Right.
fucking
I
flight.
get what
I'm
you
making sure the fucking dogs are fed and all of that shit.
I mean, I'm sure.
I'm doing all of this before we go and get on this flight.
And
You're
what
packing
am
your
I doing?
bag
What do you
and
think
going to
he's
fucking
doing?
Making
airport.
sure,
Let me ask
making
that.
sure my do-rag is in my book bag.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing.
You think that's all?
How
they're
come
doing?
you can't make the flight for the vacation, but schedule your IG posts to the T for noon and 3
for
p.m.?
peak post hours.
Yeah. You always can make that
Peak
noon
engagement
post.
hours. She always makes that peak engagement hour, right? She never misses that window. But our fucking trip to Costa Rica,
Can't
gone.
make a fucking 11 a.m. flight.
Yeah, like fucking gone. Like women do have to get better with things that is not just for them. Like as far as like makeup or hair or nails. Because women do that a lot. They'll make that. But if it's shit for us together, they missing that. It happens.
No, yeah.
And you just can't hang out by the pool as much as me. We have dinner, so go upstairs and start getting ready at
Yeah, wash your
1
ass.
p.m.
No, we don't have a photo shoot to get ready for by the pool.
because
women, they
because
got
we've been a photographer for the last 7 hours.
yeah,
We're not
women,
enjoying our vacation.
Women, like we
We're
can just throw
taking
some
photos
trunks,
of the vacation, not
we just
living
throw
in the
some
vacation.
trunks
Are
and a
you
t-shirt
okay?
on and walk out.
Yeah,
the
right.
door.
Are you okay?
That shit cut from
You
the
okay,
soul.
Nah, he's going through something. He's fighting something.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I haven't been on vacation in quite some time
Me too.
because I'm just,
Same.
I want to be paid to be a photographer.
Well,
Get tagged.
so
And get
what's,
tagged,
what's your
yeah.
advice? Lie to her on the times?
We'll start off with that.
I'm with Maul.
Start with the lie.
Just
Okay.
start saying we can't do things anymore because we have to be on time for them, and I'm embarrassed because we're late all the time.
Put
And
on.
I look just as nuts.
She's on dinner date probation.
So like get DiGiorno.
Yeah.
And maybe she has to start making these reservations and telling him, all right, be there at 7. And if he shows up at 7 and she's not there, then it's not probation.
That's true. You
Or
can make it
practice-
It's just done.
Practice dinner dates in the house. Get ready, get dressed, be at the dinner table at 7.
Not
Ooh, you
rehearsal.
could like
Mm,
get
like
a
the way-
timer.
The way firefighters train,
timer.
Yeah.
like jump into their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm with that.
Good job.
Try it.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Or
try it
it's
at
like-
the house.
It's an awful idea, sir. Do not listen to them. It's an awful idea. Just
Okay.
Just lie. Just
But
start
like
the
you
lie.
could make it a game. Make it fun.
make it a game.
Yeah.
Or just start be like, yo, you look better without makeup. And like, things that women love to hear.
No, don't do that.
no woman wants to hear that.
It was a joke.
No one wants to
It
hear
is
that.
wild how often women do look better without makeup and they refuse. They think that that's bullshit. when
They
someone
do it
says
for
that.
them, not for us. So why
Exactly.
are we commenting on it?
Right.
Insane.
So we have no space to talk about this.
They do it
like
for
I
other
wouldn't
women.
say that if I didn't mean it. Like I say that to women that I literally think and know look better without makeup. I'm not saying that to every girl. I think that's preposterous. A lot of women do need makeup.
Why do you think we care what you think?
Well, because you do. A lot of every woman cares.
because you do. So let somebody
I respect it.
Yo,
I
because you
respect
do
it.
is crazy.
Not because you do. Like,
Yo, because you do care about what I say. Like, what? Like, no, nobody cares.
have you guys ever went the other route with that one and said, hey, you look better with makeup?
Hell fucking
Now,
no.
now you.
But that's what they
no,
want.
No. Now you try to fight. You try
Like you Picasso with that brush.
But is there logic in it, right? Because Demaris said women don't want to hear that they look better
Right.
without makeup.
Mhm.
So the flip side of that coin would be to tell them, hey, bare face, go put some fucking foundation on.
Bare face. Wow.
No.
And show up to dinner on time.
Yeah.
Keep eyeliner in your pocket. Like, come on.
Yeah, so
Let me get over
where are we supposed to stand on that, Demaris? Like, do we say, damn, your makeup looks great, like you look amazing with this makeup on, or do we say, oh, babe, you don't need makeup? Like, why are you wearing makeup? You don't
Nah,
need
just
I
say
feel
you
like
look
it's,
good.
it's on a case by case basis. Like if I have, just tell me I look good. You don't even have to mention my makeup. Just tell me, oh, you look so good. Like if I'm dressed up and stuff like that, just tell me you look good. That's it. Like
You
don't.
do look good today. I like this kind of fit.
You know what's a cheat code? Go look
I
in
was
her
gonna
IG
mean
comments of how her friends reply and like steal someone, have them ghostwrite for you. Like, oh my God, bitch, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm in the submarine. You're so
Yeah.
beautiful.
No water pressure.
Fucking dead.
Are you the Titanic?
I just exploded.
somebody call the ambulance. You are killing them.
No, what's 4 + 4? 8.
See, that's
Yeah.
why a girl can't catch. Because I'm gonna leave all kind of wrong answers after that, like in the
What
comments.
was he gonna say?
I have such a man brain when I read.
44.
44?
I'm like 44. Like I'm that nigga in the comments.
Four
Like
plus four,
if my
44?
girl was to post a caption like that, was 4 + 4, I'm like 44. Like right in her comments. Like fuck out of here.
Or hate and comment below. Like, I thought she was a 10.
Ooh.
Aren't you rizful?
Rizful. But I have a man brain when I read that shit, and I think her homegirls are shady and all full of shit. Because you don't talk that way. It feels fake, no?
A little bit.
It is.
Bitch, I literally died, and they're doing CPR on me right now.
And you
Like,
know
you're
and you
you're
don't mean
lying.
it because you misspelled a word and you had to delete it and type it over. Like, so
and you
know.
commented the same thing on someone else in the friend group, so she can't be the most beautiful girl on the planet.
Yeah, now you're lying. Every birthday, y'all out of
You got to big him up.
Mm.
That's the whole point.
You be like, you're my third prettiest friend.
That's insane.
third.
You want to start a fight right there.
You're my third.
Did you guys see that viral shit of the friend group? There was one girl that posted like whose friend group is prettier than mine, and it was like 12 of like the prettiest women ever.
Oh, I've seen that.
saw that.
I saw someone, a dude, quote tweeted and was like, "This is gonna end in a demise. There's no role players in this team. It's just a bunch of LeBrons,
That's hilarious.
and you need the role player girl."
Absolutely.
What do you mean?
Nah.
Somebody got to set the screen.
Nah. You don't need her.
Nah, you need her. And sometimes you be her. Like, we don't talk about that enough. Like, sometimes it be her. It be like, yo, you're not the prettiest girl in your
You're the sixth
group.
man.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I'm for sure not
You're
the
the
prettiest
sixth
friend
man
in
is
my
funny.
friend group. And I love that. All my friends are prettier than me. I love that. That's dope. Why would you want less? Like, all my bitches gotta be bad. Like, yeah.
You trying to pimp?
No, I'm not trying to pimp, but I love that.
you love when all your friends look good?
Yes. Well, wouldn't you want all your friends to look good? Well, no.
Wait, what?
No.
Yo.
Ed and Julian Mal, I think you guys are beautiful. I think we have.
I mean, Eddin called
Who's
you Saucy
competing with this
Santana.
for?
I didn't call him Saucy Santana. You
Who's
called
competing with this for?
When this four hit the town,
Strong
Ew.
four.
It is a
we don't pay for any
We are the
drinks.
True Live crew, though.
We're racially
I'm not
ambiguous.
gonna, yeah.
This is a nasty four if we ever hit the town together. Let me just say that. Like, this is a
Why?
Y'all fit like everybody's type. Like, it's very just a wide variety.
What if
Oh,
there's
yeah?
one
All
girl that
different
likes all
flavors.
four of us? What does that say about her?
whore.
Yeah.
fucking disgusting.
You'll fuck anything, huh?
Yeah, like you should just go home. Like, go back in the house. Get your life together.
But I mean, that's great for her. Like the world is just her oyster if she finds everybody attractive.
We're the
Yeah.
variety pack.
That's
Dead
it.
ass.
Next voicemail.
Next
All
voicemail.
right, I switched it up. This one isn't relationship. This is hip hop.
And there's nothing less interesting than a full group of bad bitches. Like, you know, not one good conversation is happening in that circle.
That is
That's
so
insane.
That is so full of shit. And he knows
misogyny
that.
Got a
was
point. I've seen it. That's all I'm saying. I've seen it happen.
Okay,
I've
but
seen
that
it happen.
doesn't
A
mean
group
that that's
of just
for sure.
tanks. There's no good conversation.
Yeah, they
happening.
don't even talk.
boring.
They don't even talk.
The only thing they say is
they
what's
just
the
making
Wi-Fi?
fucking selfie videos and snap. Like, they just making
about-
videos.
Matter
all
of fact,
day.
get the
2
six to
10s, 2
teach you how to be funny.
2
Yeah.
10s, 2 9s, a 8, and 2 7s.
Nah, you gotta throw a
You're
5 in
hovering
there.
too
Yeah, there's
high
gotta
at
be
the
a
top.
5 in
Yeah, you gotta throw a 5 in
We
there.
need an anchor.
5?
We need an anchor.
Because a 5 gonna
need
make
an
it like
anchor.
interesting. She gonna be like, yo, who this bitch looking? I'll punch this bitch, and only a 5 is gonna pop
That's
like that. An 8 and a 10 ain't popping like
Good
that. A
5 got a
5,
right hook.
a 5 is like, yo, why this bitch looking over here like that? You need a 5 in the crew, bro. You need a 5.
And a good 6 will teach an 8 some personality to get her to a 9.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
true. That's
God.
You need a 6 to teach personality to the friend.
Because the 5 and 6 also know how to cook, so they can teach life skills to the 9 and 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to earn it the way men have to.
And you gotta have a 4 because what if you gotta go to the bathroom? Somebody gotta stay at the
Table?
at the section and watch the bags.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
because no one will want to sit down because you're so ugly.
Yeah, like nobody. That's fucked
No
up.
one's gonna steal the bottle.
That's fucked up.
I didn't
No,
know.
your ugly
It's a hypothetical 4. We don't.
That's
let's
fucked
talk
ugly,
about
ugly
it.
homegirls turn on you. They turn on you.
They turn on
They
you.
do.
Yeah, because they're
Sounds
fucking
like pretty privileged.
they're pit bulls. Like,
They've had to fight for their meals.
Yeah.
They're not indoor cats. They earned everything they got.
they're fucking animals. Of course, all animals turn on you eventually. They want to be in the wild where they belong. They can roam free. It's tired of being caged.
I don't even know what to say.
I
to
thought
that.
what I said was bad.
Like,
Tapped out.
yo, if you gotta eat, you want a coyote or basil?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it, man. You need a 4. All right, my bad, ladies. I'm sorry.
That
I should've
was
said
That was amazing.
So, last advice dumper. Next one, please.
Here, Ball. We'll let you lead this one.
Is this hip hop? Eating ice cream cones. Think about it. You gotta lick it from the side, you gotta slurp it from the top. Some people bite the bottom of the cone just to suck it down.
What?
I don't
Him
think
saying
so,
like
but
this
I
is
want to
it.
get y'all opinion.
Wait.
It's not about a relationship.
All right, serious question.
That was
Serious question. Y'all know somebody that bites the bottom of an ice cream cone and sucks the ice cream through it?
Yes.
I've done that.
I've definitely done that. I've definitely done that.
Yo, we're dumping y'all.
Why?
Advice is dump you off.
Like middle school.
Yeah.
I'm not like
middle
I'm
school.
not going to Coney when I went to Coney Island like for Memorial Day weekend. I'm not going down there to suck a cone down. I didn't do that.
Hey,
Maybe
fucking.
I did get ice
Slurp
cream.
a ween perhaps on the boardwalk.
I got ice cream. My move now as an adult is get the cone and then the cone in a dish. So you just put the cone in the dish. So you get
Like
the
in a
enjoyment of
cup.
the cone
Yeah.
in the cup. And yeah, but I'm not
cone in the cup.
I'm not
I didn't even know
sucking
that
on
was
a
like
cone.
people bite the bottom of the cone and suck the ice cream through it.
Yeah.
Who would?
I think it's sicker he did it in middle school, like when hormones are way higher and you don't really.
I think
have
he's
control.
sick. He did it in life. Like, where did you learn that from?
Every kid
Eating
Eddin's
ice cream.
done it. Eddin's done it too. Every kid does that.
I-
Eddin, you bit the bottom of a cone and sucked it?
Absolutely.
Yesterday.
I'm a yeah. Like a couple hours back, you guys were just
On a break.
Actually, when I was in the
They call them
bathroom right
slurps in the
now.
concourse.
He answered like he was mad. I asked him that. He was like, "Of course, absolutely."
Yeah,
It's
I
the
see
only
that.
way to
I'm a
eat
fat
ice
boy. I
cream.
like ice cream, man.
Yeah, me too, Eddin. I've never bitten the bottom of the cone and went.
You just
I don't do
reversed
it in public.
Put his
Who's
thing
doing
down,
that?
flipped it, and reversed it.
That is no. That for all right to
Is
answer.
that
I
the
don't-
original da-da-das?
No, that's something else. To answer this gentleman's
When Missy starts
question, no, that is not hip hop.
You can eat an ice cream
Okay,
cone.
an ice cream
You can't
cone.
eat it. See, did I say you can't eat an ice cream cone? Is that part of
DMX,
that?
DMX did meet Cookie at the ice cream parlor.
Look, Kanye has like 13 photos of him licking on ice cream.
I
That is
guarantee you he didn't bite that cone and suck the ice cream through there.
No, you're only focusing on that one move.
How do you know that there's
You
so many
saying
pictures
just
of
the
Kanye
question
eating
was
No.
flat out is eating an ice cream cone hip hop.
Yeah,
oh no, that's hip hop. Yeah, that's hip hop.
Is it?
But then how do you eat the ice cream cone?
I mean, Wu-Tang Clan, one of their biggest songs is Cream.
Yeah, they was talking about women though.
Yeah, but you know, butter pecan, chocolate deluxe, like they
Yeah.
was, they
Okay,
was
but
adding
how do you
ice cream.
eat the ice cream cone? That makes it hip hop.
This is a wild photo.
I mean, you eat. Whoa,
I'm a self-respectful man. I've
You
always
can't
been
eat ice cream like this.
cup. I'm not a cone guy.
No, the cone's kind of lit.
it depends on. It got to be like the waffle cone. It can't be like that cone, like
The sugar cone.
That's kind of like
Cone is nasty.
what?
Mm-mm.
what?
You
I don't think it's nasty,
tripping?
but it's not.
It's not.
I like the sugar cone
I like the
more as
sugar
well.
cone better.
Nah, hell nah. Give me the waffle cone. And if the waffle cone got the chocolate fudge inside of it,
Ooh,
come on. See,
So do
now
you
I'm taking
bite
y'all
that
somewhere
bottom?
else.
the anal cone.
No,
It's like the doo-doo fudge.
You have to.
Oh, well, it's got the chocolate.
we're gonna get you some help. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay, so it always
put
has to be in
Dr.
a cup.
Not in a cup. You can eat a cone, but it's how you can't bite the bottom of it and suck the ice cream through the bottom of the cone. Like you get to the cone where it's like the ice cream is like level with the cone, and you just start biting around the cone, and then like you bite away all the way down until it's
So
it's
do
gone.
you lick the ice cream that's in the middle as you bite the cone, though, to keep it from melting.
Right.
True.
And you lick your
So
hand.
it's like
after.
a bite, swirl, bite, swirl.
Bite,
Love
swirl,
when she
bite,
does
bite,
that
swirl.
move.
What about
Yeah, when they
when
do the
it's
bite,
running?
bite, swirl.
Like when the ice cream's running down the side of the cone, you have to
You have to what?
like rotate it and lick it to keep it from getting on your hand.
Yeah, but just rotate. You don't have to tilt your head like you fucking.
Well, you can't do it straight on your nose. It's gonna hit the cone.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, you do have to hit it with a little.
You gotta.
Yeah.
You have to lean with it.
I'm not
There
doing
is
any of
a, I
that.
believe, an angle on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hip hop. You can eat an ice cream cone, sir.
All right, it's hip hop, but you can't eat that shit in public. You
Yeah.
gotta like go home.
Privacy of your own.
Yeah, you gotta go home and
Okay.
eat that
So
shit.
you can't go on an ice cream date with a girl.
No, but in an
Eat the
ice
cup.
cream date,
I
you get a
guarantee
cup.
you, if you
get
go
a
on an
cup.
ice cream date with a girl and you eat that ice cream, that is the last time she's gonna. If you bite the cone and suck it through the bottom, that's the last time that
You
girl's
never
gonna
had a
see
girl
you.
like take her like try mine, and she puts the cone in your face, and you give it a lick.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
I've definitely done that before. I've never bitten the bottom of the cone.
You
and
tried to
sucked
lick it seductive.
No,
Ew.
I didn't try to
You
lick
tried to
it
like
seductive.
seduce her. You
No,
looked her in her eyes
With the
and
ice
was
cream?
like,
With
No.
butter pecan?
I was trying not to get brain freeze because that's not cool.
Butter pecan.
I don't eat butter pecan.
What do you eat?
Why are you so offended by that?
Yeah. What's
I
wrong
don't
with butter
I
pecan?
don't, I don't like.
because that's the old black. That's the old black
I don't like
people ice
pecans.
cream.
I don't like pecans. I was never pecan.
Man, what about maple walnut?
Nah,
Rum
You're
raisin?
just putting all these old head flavors on mall.
Yeah.
Rum raisin?
nah.
Pistachio?
Mint chocolate
No.
chip.
You don't eat chocolate.
I'm cookies and cream, chocolate chip.
Okay.
Vegan. JD's
Well,
on.
now vegan for sure. But
Rory, what kind of ice cream you eat?
Cookie dough's probably my favorite.
It's a solid.
Yeah, I'm a cookie dough guy.
What's your favorite flavor?
I just said cookies and
Oh,
cream,
cookies
chocolate
and cream,
chip.
yeah.
I like Haagen-Dazs coffee.
That shit lit.
Yeah, and Haagen-Dazs has a pineapple coconut that's crazy.
This was a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can eat.
So you can have a cone,
do it
just not
alone in
public.
private.
You can eat ice cream. That's hip hop, but you can't bite the cone and suck the ice cream.
What's worse, eating public? Ice cream cone or banana?
Ice cream.
Banana.
Because you can rock the banana. You can
Ice cream.
break it. And
Yeah.
we've seen Maul eat bananas.
Yeah, that's
There's
fine.
options.
We've seen Maul eat bananas in front of us. I don't think he'd ever eat an ice cream cone.
Have you ever seen Ruby Rose eat a banana?
I would
I'd
love
rather
to
see
see.
I would
her
love
eat
to
a
see
banana.
Ruby-
It's a great gift.
I would
I
love
would
to see
love
that.
to see Ruby Rose
Yeah.
eat a banana.
Yeah.
Right.
That gift is hip hop.
I'd watch Ruby Rose eat anything, honestly.
Okay.
God bless.
God bless. Why you threw God at her like that?
Watch that Ruby Rose gift. Next call.
It's your boy E calling from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to, not necessarily a question, just wanted some
It's your boy.
insight on what's been on my mind these past few weeks. I've been engaged to my fiance for about 6 months now, and things are all right. You know what I'm saying? Not the best, but that's besides the point. But I'm starting to catch myself miss my ex's emotional maturity. You know what I'm saying? Like my ex could she took accountability a lot better. You know, she apologized first when necessary. She was also more like clingy, you know, and I'm catching myself like missing that. My current fiance, she's very like, she could be like standoffish, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing's wrong with us, but she not with all the lovey-dovey shit. And it's like pulling teeth to get her to apologize first or take accountability for situations that she created. And I don't know. I miss my ex's emotional responsibility with my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave my fiance, but I don't know. Just interested in what y'all think about that. Shout out to the pod. Love everything y'all do. And I'm sending this on Father's Day, so happy Father's Day, Rory. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Should we take a shot every time he said he missed his ex?
Yeah.
That's not what he said, though.
That's what he said.
He said he missed certain characteristics about his ex, not that he misses her.
Fam,
Well, guess what?
that's
Those characteristics
missing
come with her.
ex.
He
Yeah.
misses
All
her.
right. See, I love this about Demaris. Now, let me ask you in this way: if your boyfriend that you were currently with, your current boyfriend,
Pause
he
the
said,
podcast.
if you heard him tell somebody, "I miss characteristics of my ex-girlfriend," you wouldn't be offended by that?
Of course, but just because I'm offended by something doesn't mean that just because I feel slighted about something doesn't mean that it was a personal affront to me. It doesn't
It
mean
is.
that it doesn't mean that I should take that personally. I'm going to take it personally, but that doesn't mean that.
But he was
Because
just saying
I
in the
feel like-
voicemail that she doesn't take
Hold on.
Wait,
accountability.
He didn't say something like, I miss how my ex dressed. He said, I miss how my ex loves me.
Yeah. And
That's
and
a
her
pretty big
clinginess-
fuck.
No, that's not
That's
what he
missing a
said.
human
That's
being.
not what
She
he
was-
said.
Better
What did he say?
communicating
He
emotions.
said she was better at emotional intelligence.
So a
And
relationship.
he said, I miss her clinginess. He said she
Yeah.
was more affectionate. He said
And that this current girl isn't like emotionally.
I
like-
would be more offended by the affection than the emotional intelligence.
Check this out. What's homie's name?
E from Jersey.
That was
E from Jersey. You are still in love with your ex.
He needs some
but
accountability.
he's engaged.
He shouldn't have got engaged when he
What that
clearly
mean?
loves his
I don't know, I'm
ex-girlfriend.
just trying to connect.
What does that mean? He's engaged.
Right.
Okay.
What does that mean?
He's still in love with his ex. He
I don't-
misses his ex.
I don't think he's still in love with his ex, but I feel like he.
If you thinking about your ex's clinginess
And you like that shit?
and you like that and miss that, you still want that, which means you still want your ex
What he wants is his new girl
to be like his
clingy.
old girl.
No, he wants his new girl to be clingy. That's what he wants. He
And
wants
have a
her to be
relationship,
clingy, and he wants her to have more emotional intelligence. First of all, emotional intelligence is something everybody should have in every relationship,
Mhm.
right? So even if he goes and gets with a new girl after first of all, I don't think you need to be with your fiance. That's just me, because emotional intelligence is not something that somebody's just going to happen upon overnight. And her becoming a clingy person that's part of her personality. If she's not clingy, she's not clingy. It isn't like she leaves her socks around and you want her to be better at that. She's not clingy. She's never going to be clingy. Like you can't,
I mean, he kind of did. He signed up for that.
yeah, like you,
You signed up.
exactly. So
He needs accountability there.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah,
you
for sure.
sign up for something, I'm not shooting him bail, just devil's advocate. When you sign up for something, then you start by human nature comparing it to what your other situations. So in comparing, he's like, oh shit, now I see what I loved about my ex. He's like, damn, I wish I had those things with my current girl, but I don't.
So
He didn't say he misses steak and rice. He said, I miss emotion and physical touch.
And clinginess.
Yeah.
My thing is, why would he wait until he's engaged?
Nah, I mean, it's not like he
Yeah.
waited.
Exactly.
Maybe you know how
Like,
people.
or better, why would you get engaged to someone when you feel like that?
Maybe he didn't feel
Emotional
like that.
intelligence can be taught, but cleanliness can't be.
Because
you're just not a clingy person.
Sometimes people are like, maybe if we go to the next step, those things will start to connect and it'll feel more real. And
clinginess is clinginess. When we say clinginess, I think that in order to be clingy to someone, that is a certain level of how much you're into that person,
You really
how much
gotta
you
fuck
like
with
them,
them.
how much you want to be around them, how much you want to like. That is something that if you don't feel that from your fiance, how do you even get to that point where you make her your fiance?
Why do you say no, Demaris?
Rock Nation brunch.
Because not everybody you can love.
Shut
There
up.
are some people who like. There are some.
That is sick.
That's sick. Yeah.
take her to the Rock Nation brunch.
Yeah.
There are some
Your ex.
people who will love you to death, but they're not outward. Their love language isn't physical touch. They're not going to always want to be hugged up on you and all of that stuff. Like they're good just knowing you're in the house. It doesn't mean that they love you any less than the person who always wants to be up underneath your ass.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like when somebody is clingy, that's usually a sign of them just having a certain like for you. Like they just love being up under you. They love being attached to you. They love just being in your presence. I don't know how you get, if that's what you like, if you like the clinginess thing, I don't know how you get to fiance if you don't feel that in her and that's something that you like. Like how do you get engaged to somebody that you doesn't show characteristics that you like, that you're into?
That's now that I agree with. I don't know how if you know you like, but he probably didn't even realize that because they're engaged.
Yeah,
how
like
long were y'all dating before
that's
you were
what I'm
engaged?
saying. I don't know. I just
And
don't.
how long were you? When did the relationship with the ex? Like, how long in the past is that ex?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I want to
So
know.
you're still reminiscing.
Like, is he 5 years removed from that, and then found this girl shortly after that, and he's still however many years later, can't get over it? There's a little more context
Yeah.
I'd prefer, but
And it sounds like you got married. Sorry, Ma. It sounds like you got engaged when you were ready to be married and didn't get engaged to the person you were actually in love with, which is a thing that a lot of men do a lot of times. But
just men.
yeah, definitely just men.
no, well, men are the ones who propose. So
You can
yes,
say no.
a lot of times men get married or already propose to the person that they're with at the time when they're ready to get married, not the love of their life.
Your girl saying no to your engagement is a different level of pain. Gotta be.
Hell yeah. It has to be.
Like you gotta be a different type of piece of shit for your girl to be like, nah.
Or you just can't read the room.
Yeah. Sometimes, or you just
Right.
can't read the room. It might not be the right time.
There was one video where some guy went like full all out at some banquet hall, like in front of all their families, and she was like, "I'm good." But then you got context with the shit that he just proposed to her because I guess he just got caught cheating or some shit.
Oh
like,
yeah. Narcissism. That type
yeah,
of shit.
men do that when they fucked up so much. The only thing you can do is be like, "Yo, but like, let's get married."
Yeah.
Which could be this case. Like,
But no, he doesn't seem like that type.
No, I
No.
don't think he cheated.
He
I
doesn't
just
have
find
that energy of like he's a piece of shit, he cheats, and he got engaged because he was about to lose his girl.
He sounded like he wanted to cheat.
I wonder what his
With his ex.
contact-
With his
Is he
ex.
in contact with his ex? Like
1,000,000%.
They have to be talking.
1,000,000%.
This is clearly on his mind a lot.
Yeah, he asked his ex-girlfriend about advice for his current relationship.
That's sick.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's
Matter
sure.
of fact,
That's sick.
him and his ex probably listen to this podcast together. It's probably like their thing.
Ooh.
That's fucking sick.
The clinginess is going to lead to
way to get her back.
He definitely wants an ice cream cone with his ex and not his current girl.
And by the bottom.
For advice, sir, I think that this is a conversation you need to have with your fiance. And you need to make a decision because it may seem like a little thing, but clinginess, if you're missing clinginess and she's not a clingy person, that leads to infidelity.
Question. So
That
what would
will
be the
lead to
proper
infidelity.
approach?
To have that conversation?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
That'd be
never
too late. Just live in misery.
No.
You don't know.
Most men do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to have that conversation.
Yo, so my old fling, right?
Should have had that conversation already. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of That's
hey,
like a
you're
base
cold
thing.
and you've been cold.
What's wrong?
Like, it's not like things changed where she was clingy and got cold, because then it's a conversation of what happened and why.
Yeah.
It's just not who she is. So I wouldn't even know
We
how to have
took
it.
on Patreon a love language test. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to take a test or something similar to that.
Mm.
Frame it as like a let's learn more about each other. And then that could lead to a conversation about that side of you.
So lie.
What if she got like a whole nother dude on the side
Who? Her.
and she's clingy
The
with him?
fiance?
Yeah.
Oh.
Be
Be
painful.
like a koala bear with him.
Yeah.
That would be funny to watch the two of them take that personality test and him looking over like, looks like it says you're a cold bitch. What should we do about that one?
Like the snuggle. It's like 0 to 10. 0.
most somewhat
seems
disagree.
you lack affection. That's weird. Never noticed
He's
that.
like 10,
But if the test says it, guess we have to change
Talk
it.
sooner than later. I would just say that.
Yeah, I just don't know how you get
Before it gets there.
to that level and you don't like. She has characteristics that you don't like. Like, I just don't understand why people do, because you don't have to get married.
Or smother her until she breaks up with you, and then you can make it her fault.
Whatever you do not bring up.
That's not a bad idea.
Do not bring up the ex.
Your ex, yeah.
Well, for example, my ex used to. Whatever you do not bring that up.
Men
Say,
don't.
hey,
Really
this is how I like. Yes, they do.
Men approach conversations with their current girl saying, "My ex did this and I liked it."
Yep.
Not in that way, but they'll like be having a deep conversation and be like, "Oh, well, like for example, like in my last relationship, this happened, and I would like."
We used to hug.
They just said she wasn't clingy. They didn't say that she didn't.
We
give
slept
him
in the same
any
bed.
affection
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
We used to kiss in the mouth.
Why is there 2 twin beds in this room?
You cold bitch.
You cold bitches, Chris.
Well, thank you for your voicemail. Hopefully we've been of some service here for you today. You know, my motto always is and will always be
Dumper.
dumper.
Keep calling in.
Well, the NBA draft is tonight. Well, was tonight if you're listening to this. Congrats to the Spurs on drafting Victor Wembanyama.
How do you know that?
I mean, come on, man.
You think Pop is in the 40-40 tonight?
No.
Crazy?
No, Pop is home, drawing up an entirely different. Well, actually, he's dusting off the Tim Duncan playbook.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
For Victor. But shout out to all of the athletes that was drafted. Shout out to all the kids' dreams coming true. That's a big night, draft night for any kid. That's something you dream of from the time you start playing ball.
You see this photo of Victor
Also,
holding a baseball.
Insane.
It's crazy. As we know, in New York, when the draft happens, there's a different type of scout out in the street tonight as well.
Oh yeah.
The hussies.
Men, be aware, be wary. We saw what happened to Zion. There's some vultures out tonight.
You know,
that
they
are not
actually-
here for your best interest.
They actually they give like when you go to like rookie camp, they give like courses on that.
As they should.
Like how to stay away. Yeah, like how to stay away from like groupies and things. They also tell you like they teach the kids it's okay to say no, even to family members and things. Like they just teach them that because obviously their lives are changing drastically. They've come into all this money. So they teach them how it's healthy to have boundaries and say no. But it's just funny how they do actually have like a course on teaching you how to like avoid and stay away from
Didn't
gold diggers.
Brittany Renner, didn't Deion Sanders bring her in
Yeah. Yep.
to talk to the kids about hoes?
So, talk to the football team.
I actually think that's like a great agency that Brittany Renner could like create and give some of these hoes that didn't get pregnant by athletes like a second life and a new job where teams can hire Brittany Renner's agency and they can send different older hoes. By that, I mean like 31, because that's usually the time span.
Short shelf life.
And they can just go into these locker rooms and educate these kids on what to see.
I feel like,
And like what
90%
flags
of that-
they need to notice. And, you know, we don't get this
90% of
Zion
that
shit.
would end in one of them getting her pregnant.
These young dudes don't care. They've been watching these women since they were in high school. They've been fucking fans of them, had pictures of them in their phone, following their Instagram accounts. And now that they have money and they have the attention of these women, if y'all think that a class at rookie camp is going to stop them from seeing these women when they go to these cities, and y'all are fucking crazy.
I guess that's true.
It's not going to happen. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do. But congrats to the Spurs, and congrats to all the other the players that have been drafted. In trade news, though,
Little sister's going to be crazy tonight.
in trade news, Chris Paul is now a part of the Golden State Warriors. This is interesting for so many reasons. Only because Chris Paul and Steph Curry have had so many battles throughout the years going at each other. I assume that now Chris Paul, for the first time in his career, will be coming off the bench. I don't know how that's going to look. I mean, it's great on paper. I just don't know how the dynamics, how Chris Paul, obviously he's a professional, he's a vet, he's one of the greatest point guards to ever play. I just don't know how his game is affected by coming off the bench now. But I mean, it looks great on paper to have Chris Paul be a part of the Warriors next to Steph Curry and Clay. And, you know, I just don't know how that looks and how it translates. I'm guessing you can kind of play him and Steph together at some points of the game, have them in the backcourt together. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch, but I don't know if that propels them to another championship. I don't know if that's the piece.
I don't
that
think
they're
that's the
missing.
piece they needed.
I don't think they needed it. It has to be more coming and more happening. Another move has to be made.
They need a big man.
They definitely need a big. But this is, when you see moves like this happen, this is the sign that Chris Paul may be his last stop.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Try to get a ring.
Try to get a ring. If not, after this year or after next year, it's over. But
are you surprised he didn't go to the Lakers?
No, I'm not surprised he didn't go to the Lakers. I think that he wants to go to a contending team. I don't think the Lakers are a contender. Obviously, you got one of the greatest players ever in LeBron, but you don't know AD's up and down if he's going to be healthy or not. Other pieces, it's just the roster is not strong enough. With the Warriors, they have a better chance of contending for a title than the Lakers do. And obviously, at this point in his career, Chris Paul wants to contend for a championship. So Golden State is the better spot for him. It's just awkward with him and Steph Curry together now. I just don't know what that looks like.
Does Jordan Poole revive Rose Bar in DC? And of course, Chris Paul is a family man. He's a little older. So they didn't have that main guy that keeps
he's definitely
Rose Bar really moving.
Well, rest in peace. Stadium is closed, right? There's no more stadium in DC.
Yes, rest in peace. One of my favorites.
But I don't know. Maybe he might have Rose Bar turned up a few nights. I could see Jordan Poole out there and Rose Bar going crazy.
Because there was a shift in the city. I mean, outside of like the Trump to Biden thing, the John Wall being the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get Chris Paul. Again, he's a family man. Like, he's not out there like that. You need a young athlete there to keep U Street.
Keep the nightlife alive.
Where it's going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I hope Chris Paul gets a ring, man.
Hopefully. They need another move, though. They do need a big man. So we'll see. The Grizzlies got Marcus Smart, 3-team deal. Kristaps Porzingis is now part of the Celtics. That's a good piece for the Celtics.
Yeah.
I think they did need a big that can score. She can shoot the three, stretch the defense a little bit. But losing Marcus Smart is big for the Celtics. He's been a Celtic his entire career. Defensive player of the year.
I like the move by the Grizzlies. He'll be the new Dylan Brooks over there.
No, don't disrespect.
No, I'm saying without being the headache that Dylan Brooks brings.
He'll be the new Tony Allen. Is who he'll be. He won't be the new Dylan Brooks.
I'm
Marcus
saying
Smart.
it's a fair. They got him the fuck out of there, and Marcus Smart's like
but Marcus Smart is
Dylan Brooks.
Defensive Player of the Year. Tony Allen was Defensive Player of the Year for the Grizzlies, so that's why I say it's more Tony Allen than. It's interesting because I think Marcus Smart and Tony Allen might have actually played in Boston together. That's the weird thing. But I like the move for Marcus Smart on a personal level.
John Morant for defense.
I see what you did.
I see what you did.
I get it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, you shot your shot.
It was a shot.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see what the Lakers do and what the Knicks do.
Self-defense.
Go Knicks.
Just waiting to see what those two do this summer in the offseason, what moves they make.
Did you talk to Julius about his haircut that went viral?
Yes, I did.
What was the conversation like?
I said, yo, you acting different now. He said, I'm acting light-skinned, for sure.
Hey, what did he get?
He cut all his hair off. He cut his beard.
Oh. Yeah, that's a nasty boomerang.
Yeah.
That is a nasty boomerang.
Yeah, so.
Is that in your Sprinter?
Wow.
That looks like your
Those
Sprinter.
are your lights.
Those are definitely your lights.
No,
Those
that's
are definitely your lights.
That's a Jay-Z blue hue.
That's him and his wife.
Is that
in
your
their
shoulder?
car. Definitely not. It's him and his wife.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see what this season is like with Vic.
Victor Wemby. Yo, listen, man. I saw that kid tip jam a fucking 3-point shot that he shot. Never seen that.
And he didn't jump either.
I'm just saying, we don't talk about that enough. Like, that's video game shit. Like, you shoot a 3, you see that it's a miss, and you follow it to the basket, and you end up with the dunk. Listen, man, all you dudes in the NBA, I know y'all are scared. Because he's with a coach that's going to, even if he was half as good as he is, Popovich would make him a champion.
Was that him trying to hop the turnstile?
That was him, yeah.
Why didn't he just take a step?
Right.
He could have stepped over that. He definitely could have just stepped right over that.
That must have taken like some How do you even get?
Well, it's just
Yeah,
what New
'cause
Yorkers
he's
do.
taller than that bar up there.
Yeah, maybe he's proven that he is agile.
Oh, he doesn't have to. I just told you, he shot a 3 and he followed it to the basket and dunked it.
It's gonna be a fun NBA season.
Definitely gonna be a fun NBA season.
Anything else, or should we get right to Patreon?
Let's get right to Patreon, man. Let's talk some shit over there on Patreon with the Patreonies.
We've had some stuff on the list that I've been meaning to talk about, so I'm excited for this Patreon.
All right, let's do it. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be safe. Be blessed. the summer has started. Well, not in New York. The weather's trash, but the summer's officially here. So enjoy the summer. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.
What if that porn star ends up with Vic?
I don't think you can handle one of them.
NewRoryNMal.